rotations, making sure they break through on one of the best money hills we have in the game. They have that level of success. You get the ball rolling early on for FaZe, the perfect start.
As you can see, the quick scope on screen brought to you by the US Air Force. And again, a hard point record for both teams. Not too bad, but FaZe 31-19 certainly leading the charge there. And in the S&D as well, chance 26-14. We do have a gun runner coming up next after this one. Again, our maps and modes brought to you by the US Air Force. Ramar's hard point is done. FaZe get the win. A double dose now of gun runner, chance of going to that search and destroy. And I don't think this is a good look so far for Minnesota Rocker. This is going to be a difficult one for them to get into.
Yeah, this is like, again, one of the biggest reasons I was saying why map 1 was so important for Minnesota is because that gun runner S&D, this has been FaZe's home. They love it. I think Selim has the S&D kill record of the league with 18 kills. He did it on this map. They are a force to be reckoned with, so best of luck for Minnesota.
Best of luck indeed. So a quick look at our Grubhub picks of the day. You know what's coming. Baby. Let's get it. I went for Sim because I think he's disgusting. You went for Asim, man. That was a good pick, dude. I'm a big fan of Asim. Merc went for Celium. Again, quite a safe one. But dude, give me a little bit of love for Asim while we get into this.
Well, the Asim thing is the last tournament we saw from Minnesota. Obviously, the meta is different now than it was the last time we saw them play. But when the meta shifted, he went from being the entry man, dropping a .9, making plays for his team, to main slayer. Asim flipped the switch when his team needed him to step up. He absolutely did. And, well, it's the final home series of the year. This is the time where they need someone to step up even further. And I was thinking Asim would be that guy. We saw a couple nice runs in the hard point, but obviously not enough in the end.
Yeah, done. Well, now it's the most important part of the day as we talk about our food chance. You're coming up first, mate. I think it's tried and tested.
はいはい、皆さんおはようございます。
This is a little bit of a combo, my friend. Talk us what you bought.
Look, all right, I eat pizza. That's 90% of my diet, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Had to get that in the mix, and then occasionally I'll try to mix things up to try to be a little bit healthier. I threw some sushi, but frankly, I'm running out of original ideas.
寝起きですが、2マップ目からやっていきます。
And I'm running out of real estate to take these pictures, so
っていうかなんか、ちょろっと見てたら、なんかさ、めっちゃ点差つけてるのになんか、100何十点差ぐらいから逆転されなかった？今。
My wife and I share in our apartment now that we finally have an apartment, and you can see on the bed there is a pizza. This is a true throwback, man. We have 2 little glasses of champagne. We were celebrating having a home for the first time in over a year. Again, I understand it looks a little bit like a crack den. Give aside the laptop.
わー、さんおはようございます。ネックスネックさんおはようございます。シュンさんおはようございます。
And actually, funny enough, we did eat that exact same pizza last night as well. So in theory, while these images may be almost a month and a half apart,
やばい逆転されてるね。
is absolutely identical. And again, we do give a lot of love to Grubhub.
こんなおしゃれやってんの？
Small restaurants that are struggling through this difficult
やっぱなんか。
Again, do what you can to give back to all those restaurants that are having a tough time of things right now. From the times of 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. in your time zone, you can get $10 off $30 off.
多分最後だけじゃないでしょ、多分。めっちゃ点差拾えてたけど、俺見た時一緒。200、なんていうのか100いくつみたいな。100点差以上ついてるよね。だってさ、2マップ目さ、あっちの出てる。16だね、ミネスタ。どうなんだ、これ。
Anyway, into the search and destroy we now go, brother. Let's get into it.
16.82
well, apparently Minnesota need some Grubhub to save their lives as well, because again, this is not an easy map to be going up against FaZe against. And again, the hot start that was a necessity.
テリウムが18キル
The amount of production they're going to have to throw on the board is the best
A2 マップってのを B で目。
Minnesota has played all year. That
もう
is
一だ
what
け
they
だけ引いて
need
た。
to win this game.
ああ。
Beezy's going to start this one off with a
これは正直 1v1 だから、まあ運次第みたいなとこある。なんかこれさ、バレルついてなくない？ついてないよね。なんか短いやつなんかな。短いやつなんかな。サイトの形があんまりわかんないからあれだけど。まあそれ系かもね。絶対弱いからやめた方がいいと思うけどな。エイシも弱い装備ばっか使うからな。だからちょっと最近のエイシも好感持ってない。それは弱いんだよ。
Strong angle there from Priester. Scene goes down. There's your first. Not able to get any more. The defense holds as FaZe. A very patient round. They got 1-0.
なんか M4 をそのバレルで軽くするメリットってないからさ、正直どんだけやってもコルバスかバレルなしじゃないかな。だからデメリット付け加えてキルタイム遅いっていう、なんか何の価値もないゴミになっちゃうから、そう、それだったらマズルとか乗っけた MP5 の方が強いよねっていう。やっぱまああの装備やめた方がいいけどな、絶対。ラム7使ってるやつよりやめた方がいいと思う。また 1V3。
all but done, and frankly, God RX, like it's information that he has, but that is the only potential advantage. And of course, they know where they need to look as well. Priest has got one cross, Major Maniac for the other, and the 1v1 is quick enough from the hands of Major Maniac to take him down. And frankly, again, this is FaZe at their best, at a map they love the most. Just
あんまり何や起きたか分かんなかったけど。
We talk about vetoes being very important again. What map
破壊
gets
されました。
through in the picks, so the coaches get that work done. This is a big win from Atlanta FaZe. One of their favorites managed to get through. Rocker, very close, but no cigar there on Ramaza. So now
ロッカーね、
absolutely
パーポ最初の方いい感じだったのに、あんなめ方したからちょっとやばそうだよね。いつも通りフェイザー2-0から始まるのかなって思ってるけど、全然そんなこともなかった。
From Atlanta FaZe here, this
FMG
from Rocker has been destroyed as Simp finds his third. An assault now on a 1 versus 4.
今度はアサルトが一人。いや、今のはまあね、感じだけど。アレックス前回は怪我であれだから、まあ、そこは大丈夫でしょ。
FaZe start to tighten the noose. 3-0, incredibly clinical rounds.
And then just for my own sanctity, so
easy
3 for
3 直ってんじゃないかな。
if I'm correct on that. And then everything else, I think it's just the
親指怪我はやばいもんな。
whether it's Selim laying belly down
普通に
on the map or Simp, just picking up 3 pieces.
親指怪我した状態で COD やるのは無理でしょ。左手でも右手でもやべえよ、親指は。
I'll have to go back and see exactly what Minnesota banned, but they let it through. They had something cooked up and at least 3 rounds deep. Well, they only have 4 total kills.
Lightning fast pressure.
早いな、マジで。もう安倍さんだけ後ろに取っちゃってやべえまい。
Great win from Priest there, not able to get the second. But again, aBeZy's position now just makes this side of the bomb so much safer for his teammates to work with. He's got a little bit of mid-map control. But that bomb site now all there. DXRacer trying to find something on the flank. He's going to get the arm down now.
ボムつけて、
He's got to see Rocker.
奥1枚の親1枚。ボムありにな。ああ、いいカバー。あんなカバーされたら勝てないよな。奥の敵と打ち合ってたら手前からスライディングで現れるからね。あれはうまいね。
It's completely suffocating. Like I will say, the one adjustment that Minnesota made, which I liked, is they figured out a way to not give aBeZy first blood. Know if he's going towards the B site, abandon it. Just ignore the part of the map that aBeZy is going to be on. Of course, though, that just means someone else from FaZe is going to be able to draw or make that first strike. This time it was Priest, but again,
めちゃめちゃ悪い流れ来てるやん。
aBeZy gets in the right spot. The trade's on point. The challenges from the site from Selling
終わった
on
か
point to hit
これは
by
見
the
てた。
way that he was getting. Completely on point. This is a clean and easy 4-0 thus far. Looking for those final 2 rounds.
終わりの流れ来てるけど。のこれで1枚リード。スラハン外しだね、アレックスは。偉いですね、スラハン外しは。なんでいや、これでもな、あれだと思うんだよ。スモーク薄いやつだと思うんだよな。違うんかな。観戦画面とね、あれなんだよね。こう、プレイ画面。違うからね。よいしょ。ほら、FMG 使ったら、 キルできるやん。
Battling tooth and nail, trying to get back on this site. 1 versus 3 technically. Gonna make it a 1 versus 1 if he can win this next fight. There's the spring. The trap is set and Rocker stops.
まあそういうことなんすわ。沼みたいな M4 使ってるから勝てないわけよ。ちゃんとね、強い武器使えばキルできるから。なんでわざわざ弱い武器使うのかわかんねえな。だけども。なんか前回大会もそうだけどグラウ使うやつとかさ、ね、まあアマチュアにはラム7使うやつ見てるけどさ、まあ、ラム7一応なんかちょっと性能高かったりするけどさ、わざわざ弱武器使う理由ないよな。絶対強い武器使った方がいいよ。
For the round, but it was certainly for himself in the kill feed. Cell finds another 3 versus 4. Godorex has to back up, slow this down. He may have caught a shadow of Abizi. The stun's going to make this a little harder. Finally now, a little bit of a change. Minnesota find a few kills, make it a 3v3.
いいけど、ちょっとこれきつかったね。グリーン閉じ込められてるね。
Pressure down straight onto the bomb site. Cell actually doesn't finish the plant. 45 seconds remain. Very concerned about the push that's now working through the back. Major Maniac on the flank. He does find his kill. So all things considered, this is fantastic from FaZe. Positioning all over the map, Chance gets it done. 5-1.
And it was such an interesting attempt by the Rocker as well, because like it was one of the most like rare sort of setups that we've seen from a team where they actually managed to get on defense 2 bodies over towards green. They had all the pressure, all the control, and that makes playing over towards the B site incredibly difficult. And then in spite of that, still through the chaos, through the different sort of round, you still have FaZe making the perfect reads, the perfect plays. Simp hunting down the man that's on the flank, or at least getting the kill while he's on the flank, and then of course Major Maniac on the flip side.
3のグリーンとかそういうパターン
It's just such a tough team to play against on this map. It really is.
Here we go once again. Abizi just trying to sniff out.
正面4なんだよ。
Cracks this door.
いいね。
There's the kill from Silly. Nice.
この攻めは取れそうだね。あ、でも8番の位置やばいわ俺。あー、これはね、やばいわ。ボムを持って、こんにちは。これはよくやったね。これ処理できたのでは。いや、こういうシチュエーションで、1番にキルして逃げられるって一番渋い。絶対やられたくない。俺誕生日よ。ああ、ボムつけれねえこれ。ああ、ボム落ちてるんだよね。負けそうこれ。どうすんの ?15 秒。どうやってもボムつけれないよ。動かない。お、それでかい。
Can we find the kill on a Major Maniac, or will he secure the round? He does get the kill. That's a big one from Major Maniac. 6-1. What a search! What a round! At the base! Oh my god, that was disgusting.
マジか。
Like, what are you gonna do? Like, what are you gonna do? You finally have the good round. You finally get the advantage. Now you're like, oh, 3v2, this is great. Who's alive?
うまくやってた感あったけど、正直なんか、あれじゃない？結構ミスじゃない？ミネスタ側の。今なんか設置の仕方悪かったしね、正直。相手の位置確定してる状況であの角度で設置したら足見える可能性高いよなっていう気がするけどね。正しくやるんだったら斜めに伏せた方がいいんじゃない？知らんけど。雨の音やべえんだけど。なんか、ちょっとミネソタが下ってるように見えるんだよな。ここはね、ちょっと落としたらダメなラウンド落としたね。
Tactical play, round 7. What an unbelievable clinic that was from Atlanta FaZe to demolish Rocker on that map. And again, the writing was on the wall to a degree, but still, Chance, I mean, the way they got that done. That could not have been better from Atlanta FaZe.
結局ダメなのか。
Yeah, like Major Maniac is just such a good Call of Duty player. Like he's the most overlooked guy on this team, like by a mile. And it makes sense just because of Respawn. There's not a lot he has had to do throughout the year, but these are the moments where he has the opportunity to shine, and he seizes the day. He carpes the DMs and just makes sure that he effectively gets somewhat of a 1v3 towards the end. And again, it cannot be possibly expressed enough. It was just consistent. 3 different situations he found himself in the span of 20-25 seconds. He did all 3 of them perfectly, including the bank shot. The nice little flare, the nice little finishing touch to at least kick off that series of events.
It couldn't have been better for Major Maniac. Our US Army tactical play, Major Maniac, starting with the nade. 3 kills that would just secure the goods. The first nade lands, perfect reposition. He wins a very big gunfight against Silly on bomb. And at the end of the day, man, I mean, the clutch up there in computers against Alex for the map. Absolutely absurd stuff. And again, the timing on this was great. It was a matter of moments, but he knew the fight was coming to him. Kudos to Major Maniac. What a round of search and destroy that was, my friend. Wow.
5秒で設置で、まだ結構、言うても1秒ぐらい余裕だったから、あともうちょい右側だよな。右前で設置したら多分、体でね、そうね、一小生してる間に死ぬんじゃねえかと思ったね。まあ、あと相手がグレも使ってるからさ、エイシムはボム裏に行った方がいいんじゃねって思ったけどね。ボムをボム裏で守るやつ、ね。実は接中できる気がするな。足出てても。
What a series there has been so far. Certainly very memorable. Heartache for Rocker, but we'll find out after the break how this one ends.
またその状況でボム抜かれたら絶対負けるけど。まあとは言っても、まずその状況でボム抜かれることが悪い気がするから。うん。からね、ちょっと、怪しめだね、今のは。何してんのこいつら。どういうこと？全く意味わかんないよ。プリーさんのっけでなんかやってるけど。これどういうことなん？何がしていいかわからんのよ。うん。レベルが高すぎて俺にはついていけなかったんだけど。異次元のネタ持ってくるのやめてもらっていいかな。なんか、やばいな。急にめちゃめちゃ雨降り出したよ。髪は結構前に切ったかな。うん。言うても、いつだっけ ?4 月入ってから切ったかな。でも俺伸びるの早いんだよ、逆に。ちょっともうね、結構来てる。もう結構来てる。ワンチャン、さっきまで寝てたから、寝癖で、あれだってすんのかなわかんねえや。ちょむちょむ太郎さんおはようございます。ガチの寝起きなんで。ルードが面白かった？ありがとう。なんか、割とあれだけどね。本当にルークと雑談しながら飯作ってるだけっていう感じだけどね。意外と評判いいみたい。もはや COD あげるより飯作ってあげた方が視聴取れるんじゃないかって思ってる。じわ。新作までね、あと、まあ、2ヶ月から3ヶ月でしょ、どうせ。あるから、まあ、それまでモダン上げていくか。 こちょこボタン上げていくわ。っていうかさ、今、アナザーさん主催のさ、アナザーサマーやってるんだよね。まあ、昨日からなんだけど、3日間開催で ?3 日間 ?2 日間わかんねえや。3日間だ。もう昨日、やばかったな。負けるかと思った、普通に。一回も合わせてないとはいえさ。2121だからな。初戦2対1で勝って、ね。次の試合も2対1で勝って、もう、怪しすぎる、あれは。てかなんか結構な、ちょっとなまったな。やってて思ったの。なんか、この前一回ね、裏で交流戦してたんだけど、普通に混合チームで。その時はね、久々にやったけど全然いけるなって感じだったんだけど、なんか昨日はね、なんだろうね。まあ、ドミネとかは、ガンランドミネちょっとね、言ってもなんか AR 結構むずいから。まあ、あんまりうまく動けなかったけど、まあまあ、ガンランドミネはいいやつじゃないけど、まあまあまあまあって感じだったけど、サーチとかね、ハップでも怪しい場面ちょっとあったな。あとね、口が回んね。なんか、一番はそこな気がした。報告を日頃しないからさ、そんな。でも口が回んなかった。なんか、むずかった。めっちゃ噛んでたわ。そう。久々の大会はちょっと、面白いね、でも。まあ明日もあるんだけど。まあ、できる限りいいところに残りたいよね。1日目で負けたの？ちょっと、パピコさん大丈夫ですか？まあ、それで言うと、俺らも、実質、1日目で負けみたいなとこあるけどな。正直。なんか結果勝ったけど、勝った気にはなんない。なんかさ、結構久しぶりにさ、ちゃんとやってさ、思ったんだけどさ、このゲームラグくなったなんかさ、みたいな。結構なんか、あった。なんか、俺が知ってるモダンオンフェアよりラグくなった気がした。あれ？広瀬みずきさんどうも。おはようございます。わかんないけどね。なんか、忘れてたんかもしれん。このゲームの 12Hz とか、その他諸々の遅延とかをちょっと忘れ去ってた説はある。実際。だから、まあ、それ説が濃厚だけど、なんかね、あれなんか、おかしいなぁ。ってやってて思うこと結構増えたなぁ。まあ、なんだかんだ次回作まで、まだ3ヶ月あるから。まあでも、って感じだよな。まあもう手は入れないんだろうな、どうせ。本作はめっちゃほったらかしたからね。運営がゲームを。だからまあ、この終盤3ヶ月でなんかをちゃんとしたことはやんないんだろうね。多分既存のバグ修正とかは入んなそう。知らんけど。はい、ということで、3マップ目のドミネーションガンラナです。
Just like every single life, he'll get 2 kills before he dies, and just across the board, that adds up to so much production that.
いや、この0-2は結構ね、トロント的には終わりでしょ。1試合目ちゃんと取ってれば 1-1 だったからね。仮にさ、茶の巻からしても。しかもなんか、バカら見える。どういうこと？は？ What the fuck? はは。コメーラムでも売ってんな。みんな止まってるらしい。 次回作 PS4 で出てもすぐ PS5。わかんないね。PS5 で発売日決まってないからね、言うても。まあ、決まってるのかもしれないけど、発表されてないんで、もうわかんないに尽きる。けど、まあなんか PS5 発売前に多分 PS4 版っていうか COD 最新作が発売されると思うんで、こう流れ的には PS4 版の COD が発売されます。PS5 が出ます。そのタイミングで一緒に COD の PS5 版が出ますよっていう流れだと思う。流れ的に多分ね。うん。いや、これもうさ、完全に放送事故じゃん。うん。まあ、ちょっと放送事故なんで、この今映ってる画面で話をするけど、あとこれマジでやめろ。弱えから。こいつマジパイナップルみたいな感じがしやがって、本当に。この弱い装備使ってるとダメですよ、本当に。ね、うまいんだから、ちゃんと強い SMG 使わないと。ね、さっきもちょろっと言ったけど、もうなんか、ステイチューン。なんか、短い M4? マジ弱いから。メリットがないね。うん。だいたい近距離の、まずキルタイムが、M4 と MP5 で、こう、0.1 秒ぐらい違うんだよね。だからそもそもが、近距離用に M4 を作るっていうのはマジね、意味がわかんないもん。本当に。いいとこないからね。で、遠距離を弱体するから、もうなんか、みたいな。いいとこどこみたいな。近距離はキルタイムで圧倒的 M4 の方が弱いです。遠距離も他の M4 より弱いですってなったら、あなたどこで活躍するんですかってなっちゃうじゃん。ね。だから、普通に考えて、あれ使う意味ないよな。俺的には思う。から、まあ普通にロング戦いたいんだったら、まあ MP5 にマズルブレーキでもつければって思うけどね、シンプルに。なんでそこで M4 なんか変に軽くしようとするんだろうな。それだったら、コルバスとかの方がいいんじゃね？実際なんか、AR 使うんだったら、まあ最低バレルなし？いやー、バレルなしもどうなんだろうな。バレルなしもきついと思うから、やっぱコルバスは必須だと思うけどね。コルバスつけちゃってっていうのがいいと思うけど。てかさ、コンペンセーターついてないこれ。違うんかな？なんか、コンペンセーターっぽく見えるんだよな。この画面でもアタッチメント見えるようになってんのか？あ、10ミリ音なんついてるね。で、オペレーターフォアグリップじゃん。すごくないこれ。もうちゃんとこれも10ミリ音なんついてるよ。じわるな。これなんか、外から見ても装備わかるようになってんだな、ちゃんと。ね。コンペンセーターもしっかり見えるしね。おー。ってことでね、リードしてるのはトナタ5ですね。振り側スタートなんで、まあまあいいんじゃないですか。すごくいいんじゃないですか。まあこのマップの振り側はね、他のマップに比べて結構取りやすいから。小センター多い？初動センター多い。そうね。まあ基本的に、あれじゃね、お互いセンターの取り合いになるから、なんだかんだ。結構俺が好きなのは、こう、211で初期破綻みたいな。割と好き。あとは、121でセンターからボイラー合流するとか、結構正直なんかその B 正面っていうのは開幕最速で戦うってことあんまりないと思うから、先にセンター制圧して、B 正面の状況を見ながら C と B 振っていくみたいな。あとはセンターの生存状況。ね、こっち側がリードしているとか有利に進められるんだったら C と B 両方振ってもいいと思うし、この C が強いからな言うて A 踏んでるときはまあ必然的にセンター多くなる感はある。これ B 正面3枚ベースは正面からボイライトだね。 で、森形態か。ちょっとセンターの確保はミスができるけど、強すぎだろ。どういうことだ。ジェイシー見るか。この装備の弱い部分。おお、勝ったやん。MP5 でも今勝ってたな、でも。ああ、負けだ。これはさえて負けましたね。惜しい。お、一瞬見えた。うまっ。まあでも B はね、ちゃんとフェイズ持ってっからね。で、センターからオフィス通って、このマップマジね、センター、ボイラー、オフィス、特に C 分けしてるときはオフィスとかから通られるのが一番渋いから、オフィスは絶対通った方がいいよな。今ちゃんと処理してたけど、皆さんは。うん。逆にやっぱり結構ガバくなるタイミングが多いから、オフィスって。戦う側はなんか、もう積極的に使っていきたいよね、オフィスとか水あたりは。ああ、いいグレー。崩壊した。まあそんなに差は開いてもないものの、もう20点差ぐらいつくね、これで。これで A 振ります。きついね。まあでもその間に B が埋めそうな。5番ちょっと散歩行きたかったかな、直で。そうね、シリ今の散歩行きたかったよね。後ろから入ろうとしたけど、どうなんだろうね。今敵がどこも上がってない状況だから、配送行ったら確実に接敵する気したけどね。正面から戦いに行った方が勝率高いかな、配送で対決するぐらいだったら。それ結構みんなする。シダの。まあ俺見てなかったけど。まあなんか、下打ちで騒ぐやつは多分いないよ。まあ少なくとも海外ではね。死体撃たれてブチ切れてるの見たことないけどね。まあなんかそう言われてもないしな。死体を撃つものみたいなのがあるからな。18点か。ああ。ただこれは今割といい感じで AB 取れてるから、AB 完全に固めるの難しいからしっかり C 触んないとね。これ今5番のシリーが C 踏みに行ってるんだけど、9番フィースタがしっかり守って、まあでもそれやってる間に B が取られてやってるんで、ちゃんと取られてるけど、まあ B をしっかり確保してるんで、ミネスタ的にはそんなに悪くないような動きなんだけど、ちょっとセリウムの位置が怖いね。フリーで C はたきる。ああ、サルト、よく勝った。ああ、これね、B 取られるやつね。9点だから一応勝てるのか。あ、でもこれで結構きつくなったね。2点中率かな。ああ、さっきトロフィー壊してたシーンかな。そうね、基本的には下向いてるときはなんかトロフィー壊してると思うけど、確かにそのシーンあったね。負けだね。これで 3-0 でフェイズの勝ちだね。いやー、なんというか、まあ正直初戦としては最悪の初戦だった気はするね。完全にやらかしたもんね、ロッカーは。 ゆきさんどうもおはようございます。満足げな顔してんなこいつら。いやこれはね正直まあ1試合目だよな。マジで1試合目やらかしたっていう感じな気がするな。よいしょっと。COD を触りたいんですよ。PS4、PS4 だ。の、は。ハポね、でもこれものすごい結構ね、めんどくさいことになるんだけど。なんか、やばいシーンだけみたい。ここら辺だよね、多分。違うわ。こう、そう、俺見たとき、ここよ、俺見たときこれだったんだよ。ちょろっと開いたら、こっから見るか。ちょっとだけ。あー、ちょっと、これ画面映ってない。これね。これでよ。これ開いたらこれでよ。おー、ミネスタ結構勝ってんじゃん、みたいな。100点差ぐらいついてんじゃんとか思ってさ、見てるわけじゃん。そしたらなんか負けてるからさ、みたいな。
Yeah, starting to get a little bit dicey, but this is the one hill where FaZe had a great deal of success. They're looking for that bounce back, and of course for Minnesota, they tried to flood through and break through the front multiple times. This time the smoke might help them a little bit, but this is deja vu all over again, just getting decimated on their way inside the hill. Here's the next attempt to see trying to lead that charge. You can see Minnesota just struggling. You finally get one man to break through, and there's 3 guys for FaZe that are going to be there for the trades. And more importantly, you see number 7 Selim is setting up for that rotation. He does get
立川さんチャンネル登録ありがとうございます。
at least on this P2 hill. FaZe did their job. Effectively got the full 60 they were looking for.
アトランタフェイズとフェイズって別のチームなんです。あ、一応フェイズっすね。一応フェイズなんですけど、フェイズの運営チームフェイズクランなのかなわかんないけどのが多分28億円払ってフランチャイズのその登録をしてる感じだから、まあお金の出元がフェイズでチームの名前にフェイズがついてるみたいな感じですね。例えば、まあ、ラッシュが28億円払ってまあ東京地区の、チームをもし持ったとしたら、まあ、東京ラッシュみたいな、例えばみたいな感じになるはずですね。なんで一応フェイズではあるんですけど、フェイズクランっていうものではないのかなっていう、ちょっと分かりづらいことが。チームの運営元は、まあ、フェイズクランと一緒のはずです。オプティックゲーミングとかもそうです。これ、ね、これずっとこれなの？もしかして。
A stronghold demon barber of Ramaza, but so far he's handing out cuts to the cheeks and the necks. He's not going to be getting his tip by the end of this one. As Simp finds
でもこの感じでミネスと負けるのやばくない？これもう完全に勝てる動きしてるくない？あー、キルされるパターン。うん。これまだいける感じ出てるけどね。
35 remaining. They can honestly get it done here. They can win it. Oh no, they can't. Quick maps. Maybe. Here comes the break from FaZe though.
Definitely can't win anymore.
As the break from FaZe comes through, so the trap is set. Chance time and time again, we're seeing it.
トラップされて、ね、もしかしてさ、ここのトラップで抜け出せなくて終わった感じなの？ そうそう負けないでしょ、こっから言うても。
about 50 points down going into new. Obviously, Minnesota Rocker, well, if they can break through on construction, might be able to win the game here, or multiple hills down the line. So pressure absolutely on the side of FaZe, who
おー、やばい。めっちゃ綺麗にトラップしてる。
the same thing again. All four of these players trying to work their way out, but there's so many head glitches they have to deal with, which means Major Maniac gets to put his feet up, hang out inside the hill at least for a little bit, while FaZe, if they have the perfect.
言うて40秒で抜け出してるくないトラップ。いや、そうでもない。いや、抜け出したね。やっぱローテ遅くなっちゃうかな。1人行きたいよね。2番。こいつ2番行かなきゃいけない気がするな。あ、行ったね。いいしもそういうところは偉いんだよ。やらなきゃいけないときにやらなきゃいけないこと結構やってる率高いから。いいしもいいんだよね。よっ。もう勝ったね。でもこれさ、ここ勝って負けるのはやばいな。もう完全に勝てる動きしてるくない？これメジャーマニアック後ろから入ってめっちゃ頑張るやつ。なんかこのシーンぐらいから見てたわ。L 取りたいね。今 L 合流できたけど、ここなんかこう、メジャーマニアック気合の、ここじゃなかったわ。あれなんかさ、耐えてるシーンあった気がしたんだけど、気のせいもしかした。俺の気のせいだったわ。あんまり頑張ってなかった。じじ。なるほどね。なんかでも、え？これ何？コンペティションセンター？ほう。あ、これあれか。なんか、PS4 から出れる大会みたいな。あれだよね。さてさて、次の試合の予想でもしとくか、先に。今回ね、あれ忘れてたんだよ。ブラケットビルダー作るの忘れちゃってたから、ちょっと、次の試合は、エンパイア対フロリダじゃん。激アツカードじゃないですか。ちょっと。まあ、これは、エンパイアです。はい。エンパイアが勝ちます。3-1ですね。さすがにエンパイア。まあ、ノーちゃんではないと思うけど。だからフロリダ強いけど、エンパイアに勝てなそう結局。なんだかんだ最強エンパイア説あるよ。ちょっとボット打ちますか。試合始まるまで割と時間空くと思うので、ちょっとボット打ちをします。ちょっとね、リコイル制御がね、怪しかったからね。M4 しっかり使えないとやばいっすね。音でっか。よいしょっと。で、今大会出場チームがめちゃめちゃ強いからさ、熱いよな。フェイズエンパイア、フロリダシカゴ、オプティックトロントって。まあ、ミネソタとちょっとシアトルに関しては、って感じだけど。他6チームがかなり熱い。 この装備ワンチャンある気してきたな。長い距離だった。全然。あるな。前回大会、モダンシーズン最もチーム切り高かったな。前回大会結構めっちゃいい感じだったもんね、エンパイア。じゃあマジね、強いやっぱりエンパイア。なんかあんまり勝ってないけど、強いよ、やっぱり。まあ最近は結構結果も出てるしね。ケーブルで持つ AR の装備をね、ちょっと安定させたい。サーチこれでもいいかあるんだよな。売れないし。アイアンサイトでかいの好きじゃない？いやー、でもな、ないな。ないわ。甘えだわ。サイト乗っけるのはナンセンス。重いな。いや、ショッティはなんか、あれだよ。ヘイロに戻るかもっていう噂があるっていうよりかは、そう、ツイッチで言ってたのは、その、ヘイロインフィニットが、特化の、そのなんか環境やっぱり。現状の COD スポーツ環境があれで、ヘイロの方がいい感じなんだったら、まあ、ちょっとヘイロに戻るっていう択もあるかもね、みたいな話を配信でしてたから、そういう、あれになってる。噂っていうよりは自分で、まあそうかもね、みたいな話してたからじゃない？ちゃんと聞いてないけど、俺は。なんかクリップみたいなのあったけど、ほーんぐらいしか思わなかったから、ちゃんと見てはないから、詳しくはもなんかちょっと違うような言い回しなのかもしれないけど、まあ、確かそんな感じだった気がする。俺の記憶だと。まあそうね。スラッシャーもこのままオンラインが続くんだったら一時的に引退するみたい言ってるしね。なんかでも、正直オンライン大会、特にアメリカでやる、こう、プロリーグをアメリカでオンライン大会でやるっていうのは、ちょっとね、まあ正直選手たちの精神衛生上良くないよな。ぶっちゃけ。サーバーの位置の問題も結構あるし。アメリカがでけえから、サーバー近い方が有利なんだよな。やっぱり。絶対あると思うけどね。かなり慣れてると思うけどな。カルマもやめちゃったしね。まあ、ヘイローのシーンが海外でどんぐらい盛り上がってるのか俺知らないけど。どうなんだろうね。もうショッティすごいよな。もうヘイローやっても COD やってもトップって。フロスティもそうだけど。まあそうね。まあこれに関してはウイルスも関係しているとは思うけど、まあ正直、俺はウイルスだけじゃないと思うけどな。ウイルスなくても結構やばいからこのゲーム。でもカルマとかは、ぶっちゃけカルマがやめても何とも思わなかったけどな。みたいな。まあ結構長いことやってたし、まあそんな時期じゃないみたいな気はしたけどな、ぶっちゃけ。直近の作品であんまりなんか、 そのカルマって感じのあれじゃなかったしな。まあ、BO4 の初期とかは本当にゲームへの理解が抜けてた感はあったけど、まあ、それ以降ね、BO4 もうなんか中盤からは微妙だったし、モーダンも微妙だったし、それで言うとワラツも微妙だったし、なんかあんまりカルマって感じじゃなかったしね、ぶっちゃけ。これ最近。別に、うんって感じ。アタッチも言ってたからね。うん。カルマ、結婚してから弱くなったって。違うな。子供できてから弱くなったかな。忘れたわ。あいつ。なんかね。言ってたわ。アタッチが。お前ら25までは結婚すんなよ、みたいな。25までは結婚すんなよだったら、なんか忘れたけど。子供作んなよだったかな、なんか忘れたけど、なんかね、そんな感じのこと言ってた。海外にもいるけど、大体いなかった時の方が強いみたいな。やっぱり。と、アタッチが言ってた。なんか、オクターは別になんか、よくわからんけどな、なんか。なんで運営に当たってるのか謎だけどな。別にリーグ運営悪くないと思ったけどな、もうなんか、なんか全然、その、オクターのツイートとか、発言見てる感じ、こう、なんかね、ちょっとなんかおかしいんじゃないみたいな。俺は思ったけどね、正直。オクターあんま好きじゃないもん。だから、で、それおかしくないみたいな。別になんかさ、スラックの回線が落ちたんとかさ、リーグのレギュレーションが悪いわけじゃなくない？うん。これだからオンラインじゃやりたくないんだよな、みたいな。ね。マジでウイルス許せねえとかだってさ、まだわかるじゃん。ね。なんでそこで運営に当たんのみたいな。なんか。ね、トップ8がかかったこの大事な試合で、こんな感じで負けるなんて、このリーグは終わってるぜ、はははは、みたいなさ。みたいな。そこなんみたいな。いや、リーグの運営関係ないやろ。みたいなさ。別にオクターあんま好きじゃないんだよな、だから。なんか言ってること意味わかんないもん。全然なんか筋が通ってないよね。正直。なんか正直な話ね。だから俺、そういうのあんま好きじゃないんだよね。なんか、まあもっと正しくあってほしいよな。ぶっちゃけ。テレビさんがね、まあ。現役プロで子供用のアップする。どうだろうね。俺あんまりそこら辺の事情分かってないんだよね。どうなんだろう。まあ、カルマはカルマで、言うて平和そうでいいんじゃない？またもう e スポーツシーンにはいないと思うけど。試合始まるじゃんと。
This Toronto event is, right? I mean, this is like your last preview. This is your confidence builder going into the postseason. So this is your opportunity to sort of, you know, maybe test some strats here.
本日2試合目の、ダラスエンパイアとフロリダミューティニアーズのハードポイント1マップ目がランナーです。ピックはエンパイアですね。オレキにそれ変えた？コルバス FMJ か。 これは結構フロリダいいショットじゃない？そうね、ちゃんと固めれるね。ブレーキにマズルブレーキだ。このマップ。まあ、一旦キルしたいけど、グレード1枚飛ばして、交換ハボック2枚目。5番が抜けれてるけど、まあこれはどうなんだろう、地点潰す感じなのかな。そうね。あ、後ろなんだよな。おお、惜しい。動き早いから結構いけるかなって。無理だ。まあまあまあまあ。ここはちょっとゆっくり行きたいね。プレイはフォージタック。メインエルフォージタック多いね。ちょっと。これちょっと俺もあれなのか。フォージタック使うべきなのか。ここはちょっとフロリダの方が得点。いや、そんなこともないわ。ブレイクしてたわ。よく見たら。いやー、頑張って耐えたものの、オプティックうまいことブレイクして、これはもう3ポへ。こうウェイクニングがしっかりローテしてくれたおかげで、まあ、2ポは取れなかったけど、3ポは2ポ取れてる。なぜなぜこれボイラーからフランクが来て、クリムやられて、うん。なんだかんだクレイが地点に取られていたね。うわー、出た見えるやつ。ハボックよく耐える。うん。低くナイフで。いいグレー。このトロフィー壊してー。ああ。ね、3番誰だこれ。クレイしっかりローテしてるね。やっぱりフロリダね、先週は決勝で当たったね。今週はもうね、めっちゃ強いチーム多いんで、熱いですよ。じゃあ、ホームシリーズは今日が最後ですね。今日じゃねえや、ごめん。今回が最後です。CDL 最後のホームシリーズです。あとはプレイオフ。ね。チャンピオンシップトーナメント残すだけ。ヒューク。めっちゃナイフで切るやん。うん、俺この8番の動き好きじゃねえな、フロスキーの。まあ、死んだからよかったけど。あんまり好きじゃない。残り20秒。やっぱり早めに4ポ取りたいね。だから5ポンもリス取れないから、4ポ取ってなるべく早めにブレイクいける形を取りたいよね。行くね、俺。ああ、抜けてる一番。いや、ウェイクニングいい嗅覚してたな、今。いるだろうって。ちょっといい。ちょっと。わかんなかったかな、それは。うん、なんて書いてあるかわかんねえ。出口。なんだろう。お、2枚落としたけど、後ろは来てるやつ。今のうちに行きたい。うん。まあなかなかブレイクできず。これ次ポだね。クリームがこの前やらかしてるからこのポジション、ポイントドミビーのわけ潰してなんかやらかしてるから、そう怖いよね。6番がちょうど抜けちゃったな。ちょっと怪しいな。イリ1人 あ、勝ってた。勝ってたからよかった。まあ、これで、おお、スカイツで。スカイこれなんかコンペンセーターついてたな。あ、これでボイラー取ってコンテナ取ってっていう、まあ本当にこのマップの理想の形取れたね。でもしっかり処理して、フロリダはまあ2ポのブレイクにはいける状態、まあ、ついでに1ポも稼ぐみたいな感じですね。配信の俺ちっちゃい。
So far, so good, but you do have number 8 going all the way around. That's Frosty playing for spawns. And while he's going to flip it, he does just that. He goes all the way around. Two players go down. Dallas aren't ready for it. You have aliens out of bathroom just like, well, what happened here?
Well, this looks really good for Empire for a moment, but a great play from Mutineers, and now it gets terrifying. You really need a break.
これはちょっともう1ウェーブいかないとね、エンパイア。あー、白いキルログが。このタイミングで白いのはちょっとあんまり良くないね。あー、投げちゃった。
A practice thing, a mentality thing, coming off that hot June they had. And right now they're making a statement at least. Up 80, trying to close out this map 1. I know it's still early in the series because we're in the mid game of map 1, but
ちょっとこの100点差はきついね。次ポで60点取って、4ポも取るっていうのは結構厳しいから。
I mean, Dallas just isn't playing the flawless
COD we saw them, right?
Just allowing that player to sneak through, not getting into that setup that we saw, not being able to break that fifth hill at Warehouse, what it feels like they were able to do just so easily last time around. But we've seen some crazy. We already had a crazy map today. It was a little bit of a different map on Ramaza, but we'll see what Dallas can do here.
Pushing right through the gap.
すごいすれ違い方したな今。ちょっと正面いけてるんだけど処理されて。でもいいね。ちょっとが残り28秒。7番の位置ローテが抑えられてるから。でしかもマイポン取られて、これちょっときつい形だったかな。このスカイズがね、いい位置取ってんだよな。お、やられた。で、9番、10番ね。お、ヒールが青いのなんだから、これは4歩早めにいけるやつ。
Breaking some dance moves there, huh? But yeah, I mean, really the big break there. It starts with obviously you get the kills at the front of the hill, but Sky stayed alive so long at the forward side where he was able to find that streak, just keeping Dallas pinned now over to crates. Where's the shipping side? Awakening, he's able to go on 3 in a row, gonna break the hill again, and it just feels like the setups right now.
このマップは多分抜ける壁があんまりないから、アウェイキング FM じゃなくてマゼルブレイクつけてる。
Of their first series of the weekend, and maybe you're just coming out a little bit slow, but what a performance it is from Mutineers. 5 in a row now for Awakening as he gets the
今さっきのヘロね、いやちょっと怪しかったと思ったけどね、俺は。でも俺の見間違いかなって思った。おお、ダブルスコア。なんかね、散歩でやってたよね。ちょっと怪しいかなと思ったけど。
Pushing right through the gap. I thought he found a timing for a second. Was Awakening, but he will get cut down. Pharaoh falls as well. Havoc right behind him. The push staggered for now from Mutineers. And this is exactly what you need to try and answer back if you're Empire. The question is going to be when can you chain together 2 hard points because you're likely going to need to. You're going to bring this back. But Pharaoh's now got into position. The hard point. Sky's now on 5 in a row at 19 and 15. Pharaoh from this power position making an opening for Frosty to push on into Warehouse.
これスネーキングじゃない？
At the spawn of Empire, able to delay that push back even more, so they'll get all of that time as they get up to 206 points.
一応伏せ入れてるからいいでしょってことだと思うけどな。どうなんだろう。どうなんだろう。微妙な気分だな俺は。まあこれスネーキングって言われてもまあ問題ないと思うけどね。
I think I was taking a look at it because another thing I'd argue on
contest
whether or not Legion was like a top 3 search team right now, and somebody replied in the thread, with like the last 4 events, and they were like #1 through their last 4, and Empire was right behind them at #2. So they've been 2 of the top search teams, at least as of late. Empire, obviously, a really good opportunity here to tie this up at 1-1.
Yeah, and it feels like they need to. So, you know, we talked about the respawns being the same in this matchup from last weekend. But the search is a little bit different. We're going to Arcloth Peak, where this is a good opportunity for Dallas. I mean, 4-4, not the best win rate, but 3-7 for Florida. One of their weaker search and destroy maps for sure.
Certainly, but now I want to get to our Sony Xperia predictions. We're going to talk through how we thought this was going to go, and I wish that I could change this on the fly after how the map 1 went. But Joe, I believe...
Did you say 3-0?
Yeah, I believe I went 3-2 Dallas, if I remember correctly.
Oh, you went 3-2?
I think I went 3-2. Okay. What did you go with?
Well, then you're still good. I think I went 3-1 Dallas. I believe I went 3-1 Dallas. It was just they were so hot last weekend, but... You know, yeah, our predictions, they aren't terrible yet. It's just the first map, Clint.
Well, it was hard not to have a lot of confidence in Empire based on the 12-1 map set they had last weekend. But okay, that reminds me. So that whole going for the record, maybe getting 12 wins in a row to tie FaZe and Subliners ends very, very quickly. So that conversation is done.
KT さんはスネーキング何ですかちょっと難しい。実演しないと分かりづらいんだけど、頭出しのオブジェクトに対して、しゃがみボタン長押しと走りを連打すると、こう体が下がって上がって下がって上がってを高速に繰り返すことができるんですよね。それを頭出しオブジェクトでやると、ひょこひょこひょこひょこ頭が出るわけ。その間打てないんだけど、こう相手を一方的に視認することができるの。結構有利に。だから、これが結構気にされて。で、それ何が強いかっていうと、ちょっと距離取った状態で、こう、スネーキングしてると、例えば、ボム設置後とか、サーチボム設置後に、頭出しオブジェクト 1v1 でお互い位置が分かってる状態で、こう、スネーキングしてると、相手が詰めてくるタイミングまでスネーキングして、相手が詰めてきたタイミングで ADS して打ち合う。走ってる相手に対して、一方的に自分が打つことができるとか、なんかそういういろいろできます。耐えで使えるんだよね、結構。耐えるときにめっちゃ使えるんで、そういうやつですね。
If they are let's say they're number 1 or 2 seed, they would then be playing somebody out of the 6, 7, or 3. If they're 1, they'd play the 5, 8, or 4. I'm trying to think who would be like the most terrifying between those.
で、今作は、本作もスネーキング禁止なんで。
I mean, New York? I mean,
New York,
don't want to play New York. Maybe Optic or Toronto, maybe Legion.
I guess I should say like who through the 5 through 8, because the 4 and 3 are going to be difficult no matter what, right? So it's like who in that 5 through 8 spot is going to be your toughest matchup, and yeah, probably Subliners or Ravens. But yeah, with the way Legion's been clicking, as you said, who the hell knows? But let's get into the map too. What did you say the records were? It was decent for Empire, not great for
It's 4-4 for Dallas, 3-7 overall for Florida.
ピークのサーチです。ピックはフロリダですね。
Awakening gonna get that first blood.
500人が SR を落とします。
Gonna be the next man here at the hold. I believe
これで、このロングで SR 落ちるのはちょっと渋い。まあ、しっかり人数より作ったんで、もう、人集めて、詰めちゃおうと。Awakening これあれだな。おー、ヒットが来た。ストック外しのマズルブレーキだね、Awakening。
He's got Clay's position as well. Ooh, I almost at the fourth.
Almost finds the fourth, and then it's all down to Clay, but that was just a clean round. It starts with Awakening being able to stay alive in that 1v1 versus Crim. But yeah, it feels like the energy's a little bit different right now from Florida. Right now, I think we talked about that last weekend. They lost 2 matches, 2 head-to-heads in a row to Florida. You know they're looking for that revenge. I think it's the same thing here for Florida. They were upset about that 3-0.
こんな重い装備でよく動き回るわ。
They are again, and they are showing it right now.
And make it look easy. Nice start for Awakening.
で、Empire の攻め。A4 センター1、まあ結構よくある。
I don't know if there's a situation where, I mean, it's probably a combination of things. Maybe you come in a little confident for your Empire.
なんかこのマップ A4 裏道 A オールで裏道前みたいな多いからな。秒で破壊されてるやん。何があった？ああ、ストック外しじゃないんだ。ステッピング外しだねこれ。
Well, it pays off. I mean, we saw this a couple of times.
マズルコマンドグレネーダー
The team exactly that did it. I could put my I'm trying to think who was it, but you know, just very aggressive defensively, right up the middle of the map. And
これでもう 2-0。フロリダ今回調子いいか。
What do they have? Awakening Skies.
この B 攻めはどうなんだろう。
Pharaoh combined for 10 or no.
ちょっとゆっくりめ。
He's the only one that
削り回ってるね、ロングで。
like a 0.55 in search last event. Like it wasn't a great search event for him. And well, this game 2 starts tough. You're watching all your teammates dominate. We'll see if Frosty can pick it up through the course of this map too. But the call is to be. You've got Shotzi and Clayster there defensively. Clay will be in the top window. Nice peek from Skies. He's able to get away with his life. Now we'll focus on the mini-map and see when that rotation might start to come in from the defense. They can hold for now, but now it gets a lot more interesting. It's Havoc with a sniper. Wait, it's Pharaoh with a sniper as well. They've got a 2-sniper setup out.
Oh, double sniper.
A little bit interesting, and yeah, you're just working with picks. We know 2 snipers. At least in the past, it just gets a little bit. I mean, if you don't find those picks, how do you take a bomb site, right? That's the scary part. When you have to fly in like that, guess who's there? Shotzi with the MP5. You were just hoping you hit some shots with the sniper and give your team the round advantage.
Wait, was the name delayed or did Pharaoh have one too? Maybe I made that up. I had to see if we swap over to Pharaoh.
I believed you. I ran with it.
No, I thought he did, but I think the nameplate was just delayed a little bit. But Pharaoh will drop, so I have no idea. It might have just been Havoc there with it. Awakening will get the kill as he flies out, but just no time to get the bomb plant in, so the Empire defense will work. Shotzi goes big inside of the site. We'll continue rolling on in this map too.
I feel like he did have one because yeah, he has a sniper. He does.
Okay.
He's got a pistol.
I saw it, but then like I don't know. I'll be honest with you. I was trying to get that new link set up so we could see graphics, and I was watching. I was like,
I've been doing the same thing.
Is it working for you? It's not working for me. So I don't know.
Yeah, the new one is. We got them casting live. Joe
It's
sent it to us on TeamSpeak. You'll figure it out. You're a smart guy. The email one didn't work. The email one didn't work.
Oh, I need it on my other computer though. Oh, this is tricky.
I DM'd it to our talent.
That's what I need, Joe. All right, I'm gonna need you to cast for 30 seconds.
I got it, bro. I got it, dude. I've been doing it all. We work through these difficulties. This is what we do. But again, a lot of map pressure from Florida. An early trade in this round, you know, trade of 4 versus 4, and who was Shotzi? That silence bomb up in their face is able to find a pick on a Pharaoh. That should open things up, but he hears that door open up inside of the B bomb. And now what does Dallas want to do with this? Because there is a rotation, and Frosty is in a great spot. Frosty pops dead silence. Frosty able to take down 2, and Frosty able to play his life. A great play to find the opening in the offense.
Destroy now all gonna fall to Illy in the 1 versus 3. 30 to go and just melt Skies. But Frosty is there to make the play. Big round from Mutineers to take the 3-1 edge, but Frosty dismantled everything that Empire was trying to do offensively.
And that's another one of those plays where I think Shotzi just sort of gets that kill. And he's not into the bomb site, but I think I would like to see teams maybe a little bit more when you're finding those picks early into the side at B. Maybe like think about rotating over towards A through the middle of the cut. I'm not sure exactly sure how the comms were from Dallas, but I feel like you have enough time. You know that Shotzi's kill is going to basically force someone to rotate over, and that's exactly what happened, and Frosty went wide on them.
Yeah. I think there might be a bit of an ear missing after that shot, but narrowly misses. Now we'll hop to the POV of the sniper on the other side of it. It'll be Illy with it out. Can he get the angle? Now Hook has used that silence to get to a pretty aggressive position here. Right he should have some freebies. Not going to be the case. Frosty able to snap Awakening there for the trade. Put some shots into Illy as well.
せっかくの人数よりが一瞬で逆転。
One of the players from Empire is going to be wrapping back from mid-map. That's going to be Shotzi is trying to get involved in the action, help out Clay. As the smoke goes out, I thought for a second he was going to be able to get one. Shotzi tries to get the wall bang on through, but it's not going to hit. The Simtex I thought might connect, but it won't. And now bomb planted with massive numbers advantage for Mutineers.
Awakening.
Okay, Clay. Unfortunately for him, there's just too many to deal with as he was stuck in that 1v4. And speaking of 1v4, that is our score line as well.
初動落としてんのにすぐ返されたね。
It's just at this A site, the duo who's playing defensively in Krim and Hook, who usually plays it really, really well.
フロリダなんかさっきからアクションを起こしに行くと毎回成功してるイメージがあるな。
Krim tries to fly on through for the trade, both get shut down, and then you just have a sniper who's just sort of there.
まあ逆に言うとエンパイア側はあんまりカバーに入れないっていう気はする。
It's funny to hear them joke about the matchups like with
なんか入れない位置で死んじゃってる気はするね。
The Bermuda Triangle, but it's like, well, it's like it's interesting because like Empire are in a good spot because they're central, right? So you're like, pretty good to anywhere. But then if you're Mutineers, you're kind of all over the place. So you have a couple players that are going to be pinging really well regardless of where it is. Like it's kind of a, I don't know, it's an interesting online matchup for sure. But the first blood does go to Empire as Illy tries to find the angle.
No matter where they have to play from, someone will be pinging well.
Well, Pharaoh hits the shot to get us into this 4v4.
And he
hits another one. He's going to go down. Pharaoh's sniper is hot. 40 seconds to go. Hook able to pick up bomb, but Pharaoh's going to peek it. He just hits the edge of the cliff.
But
they'll know Hook's position for now. They gotta try and get this planet, but another one's gonna drop. Sky's able to hit the shots, Awakening involved in the action as well. Skies gets aggressive, Clay gets a kill and gets away, but it's another 1v4 he's gonna have to pull off, and he's only got 20 seconds to do it.
I mean, Awakening is just making this A bomb site his. I mean, he is 12-2. And again, Dallas usually plays really well at this site, just getting shut down round after round. I mean, just insane plays from him, great teamwork, even the patience from Skies. Like, they know that Skies is probably on that bomb. Hook, he doesn't have the angle. Skies is trusting his teammate to watch over him. And, well, he's just able to peek out and find Krim.
For Mutineers, like, I guess if you were going to kind of pick an event to be your down event and, like, wake-up call, it was the last one, right? Because then you have this to rebound,
of course,
this to get in rhythm, and this to lead into champs. So it might have worked out for a while, because we talked about, like, FaZe kind of needing a wake-up call early in the year when they were dominating. Maybe a similar thing here, but Havoc with the timing nearly with the wallbang shot, but gets a hit marker. That would have been some nasty stuff.
Timing
maybe trying some new things, you know, trying some new strats. Well, there's Havoc, maybe trying a new timing that he was able to find. Shotzi gets shut down. He's trying to find an opening through middle of the map, and well, the smokes are down. It's a 3 versus 5. Florida trying to quickly go up to own the series.
And Havoc, I think it was Clay that he first hit, I believe. He ultimately finishes the kill, but he must have been wondering what was going on. My God.
ちょっと流れはフロリダかな。めちゃめちゃ調子いいし、その時にアクションを起こした時の成功率がほぼほぼ 100% に近い気がする。現状サーチは。これは強いよ。サングルがポケモン始まったからね。
14-2 from Awakening.
今日3-0の日、そのセットあるね。
He's averaging 2 kills around.
かなりでも、サーチは特にだけど、フロリダの日だね、今日は。
My God, 14-2. What a bomb he drops. You saw Havoc hitting snipes, Pharaoh hitting snipes. Everything was working from
次はね、ハックニアドのノミネーションです。まあ2マップ終わったらちょっとインターバル挟むんですけど、まあ、ハックニードミはね、割とエンパイアの得意マップでもあるんだけど、まあフロリダはね、フェイズをね、ボコボコにしたこともある。割と得意としてマップのはずなんで。
That's a good point. And yeah, this is what I was talking about, where Pharaoh's able to find a pick. And you're just going to see Skies on this bomb site. And I think Hook knows where he's at. And he's just trying to find him, but not able to do so. But it's Pharaoh with the sniper. And what we saw, Pharaoh with a sniper, Havoc with a sniper. there's just so many talented players that can pull that out at important times, and that's what makes them a great search team, because you never know who's going to have it.
Yeah, we've seen like the dual sniper setup. I feel like from a couple teams this year and like a few rounds here and there, but like not a whole lot. That's for sure. Every time I see multiple snipers, I don't know why, but I always think about what was it? Octane search back in Ghost was like TK had that like that 4 sniper setup. I don't know why I always go to that, but that's what I visualize all the time whenever I see multiple snipers on the map. But there is your lineup.
That's when overkill was allowed, Clint.
That's true. That's true. A little bit different.
Yeah. I was like, well.
Yeah, no, I just always think about it for some reason. I just remember seeing them all like with 4 snipers. Like, this is ludicrous. But the Empire lineup there as well. As we check out both of our squads, but we're getting ready to head to break. Before we get to the map 3, we'll see if Empire will be able to answer back. As we head into break, you're going to take a look at a teaser for the Metro by T-Mobile Barracks episode. I think Teep is sitting down with Clay, which should be awesome because they have a lot of history together. They talk about the complexity days and everything that went down with that. There's so much history there. So if you're new to this, it should be awesome to check out. Maybe if you're not familiar with some of the things back in the Black Ops 2 days, back in the Ghost days, there are some insane memories there for sure. But as we head to break, you can take a quick look.
Dude, Illy was talking, he's like, oh, you got fined $2 grand? Oh, that's nothing. And I'm like, what, dude?
What?
How rich are you guys now, man?
Wow,
like, come on,
dude.
$2 grand, man? Like, that's a lot of money, dude. Like, man, I was ecstatic when we got a $500 a month contract from Complexity back in the day, okay?
What's going on, everybody? TP here, bringing you the next episode of The Barracks, brought to you by Metro by T-Mobile, the #1 brand in prepaid. In this episode, we are going one-on-one with Clay Surf from the Dallas Empire.
No one from London can even touch the hill. Clay's AR has just been a turret.
We cover a bunch of different topics within the Call of Duty League, meta changes, reminiscing on our past history on Complexity, the Dynasty run. It's a lot of fun. Make sure you guys stay tuned for the next episode of The Barracks.
DXRacer Gaming, the official charity sponsor of Minnesota Rocker.
前も 3-0 の日あった。ね。3-2の日と 3-0 の日あるな。なあ、フロリダ勝ちそう。そのまんまいったら。
Call of Duty League is brought to you by Metro by T-Mobile. Stay connected to what matters most with the best value in wireless.
The
point of entry on defense is going to be 0. He's the one playing sneaky out towards the back. And oh my god, there are just a legion of players here. Peekaboo, I'm here. I've been here the whole time.
30 seconds left, Empire get the win. There's 50 on the clock. You got to make sure for 20 seconds Dallas is either out or you are in this hill. The smokes are there. Illy from the flank there was able to find the first.
Illy finds 2, 3 for Illy. He could find a 4th, 4 in a row. That could well be the map. He knows where the spawners are coming from. Illy is disgusted right now. 5, 6. He's still alive. Illy. This is absurd from the young man. You can nade himself right now because he's going to be the only person that can bring himself down at this point in time.
And is looking to be just as influential in this domination. Rockstead's silence shuts down Zed. 9-0, make it 10-0 for Scraps, and he finds the 11th as well. 11 kills to start off this game, and 11 kills that are causing problems. Make it 12, can he make it 13?
Been phenomenal hit in S&D his entire career.
Up to Gaming again, it's a very recent team change. We haven't quite got this graphics yet. Kill around. He's got that dead silence activated. 1, 2, eyes all over them. Havoc!
Oh, and he's gonna know he's on top as well. Gets the ace, baby.
Oh, and it's gonna be a bit of a mess. Hollow's already on the bomb site.
He'll
get the arm. Quavo wins his fight on the outside. Hollow wins one on the bomb site, so now it comes to Octane alone. Bomb goes down. Octane, nice shots. He gets the second. 13 seconds left. Draza's got to go for the arm.
もうこのマップクラッチの流れ決まったなこれで。もうテンポ全く同じクラッチしてるもんなこれで。
With the knife, and you may as well do a victory lap. What a stunning round from Octane.
Welcome back to the Toronto home series as we get ready to hop into the map 3. That was a look at our PlayStation top plays from the last event, and it was capped off with that insane 1v4 for Octane. Unfortunately, it was a rough event for them, but Octane still has some nutty performances this year for sure.
Yeah, he sure has some insane plays last weekend. And, yeah, man. I mean, you never know with Seattle. You know that roster. Some of those guys, they've gone on and made some insane champs runs. So we'll see what happens with Seattle. We'll see them up next taking on the Huntsmen. But like you said, some of the best teams, right? I mean, what Group B? If you look at Group B, it could be a semifinal.
Oh yeah,
it really could. It could be, 4 teams in a semifinal, just the way this year has played out. So it should be a great weekend.
It should absolutely be a great weekend, but it's not starting necessarily how we expected it. It might be a bunch of 3-0s.
I just want to say I wasn't looking forward to this one, okay? I know every time I say I look forward to a match, it's a 3-0. Like, I tried to just play it cool. But we're in that same situation where
so it doesn't matter.
We're like, this is going to be a great match, and it may be a 3-0. I don't know, man.
髪型変わってからさ、写真と別人だよな、完全に。
We were gassing it up, and now it is the COD gods getting revenge. But, as long as it all goes great at champs, and we have crazy matches, Joe, that's all that matters to me. But
why'd you even say it, dude? Why'd you even say it? You're killing me.
だってエンパイア12の3、めちゃめちゃ勝率高いじゃん、この。
It was Hackney Dom in the last one, right? Because they're replaying all.
ハッキードミネーション。僕もエンパイアだね。
All of the respawns. Do you remember how that one breaks down?
The respawns are the same.
Yeah, the respawns are all the same. Yeah.
I don't remember. I believe Dallas.
Here, let me look it up real quick.
I think they went like 20 or 30 points, but not 100%. I just feel like we've been seeing a ton of hack the yard.
Yeah, it all kind of blends together at this point.
Yes, is Dallas have a nice hold here at C and B. Florida with that good side. You see Sky's playing very slow, just trying to make sure they have A control.
It was 176 to 152. So yeah, around a 20-point game, like you said.
CB から始めましょう。
But Dallas are well, in a very opposite position of what they found themselves in last time these two teams matched up, trying to battle from behind after getting smoked in the first 2 maps. And we've listened to them when they're ahead, right? And the comms were so good. We listened to it last event. This matchup, it was great to hear everything was getting broken down. Play, we're leading the comms, but this is different. You're down 0-2. You're trying to bounce back. You're getting smoked in the series. I want to hear what it sounds like now. So let's go to Astro Gaming listening with Dallas Empire.
Empire のリスニーです。
I gotta help you.
Don't die, don't die. Hold.
I got one off.
Nice, you guys can go. You guys
You got one more. I think he's right hook corner. Right hook corner.
Barrel. On the barrel. He's gotta run. Top AC dead. The one white there, white barrels, yo.
Door. One shot. Middle.
You can push in there.
Middle.
One shot. I needed the door. Yeah, trophy dead. Hold, guys.
Yeah, hold. I can watch middle.
One's gonna go C eventually, guys.
I got one green. I'm at fork right now. Yo, you guys wanna push? Yo, I say we push in a sec. One's fork.
We get kills.
One's three there.
Copy two.
They're gonna flip. Go.
Wait, I don't see.
One guy's here, bro.
Yo, middle. One shot.
Keep on TB.
I have your
Could
log.
go middle or top out.
Milk truck. No milk truck on me.
You guys want T?
I mean, milk on lot.
Set up you milk.
I got one.
Milk on lot, Frosty.
Your shit.
He's at the lot though.
On it. One shot A. I'm here.
We gotta get back to top out. Back to top out.
I need it in there too, man. Right corner, behind the door.
Alright.
He's at the hallway.
What's the door?
Yeah, burning.
What's at the door?
I like what I heard, Joe. I think you'd have no idea that they got smoked in the first two maps. The comms
結構いい感じだったね。この夏的な感じ。ちゃんとネット数えて、切り取って、
The only thing that was like, it was a little back and forth. Where Krim was like, I think we should push. And then it was like, are we going or are we not going? Then I think finally Clay was like, we gotta go. We're going to flip. And he was right. So they're finally able to push on through. There was a flip. But they recognized it at the last second. They could have got a little scary there because you did have Krim who was pushed up at the half wall. And I think someone actually spawned behind him towards that C side. They pushed at a good time. They were able to put some pressure on A. And on that side, you're liking this 24-point lead. They're going to neutralize. They're going to spawn forward to see this is exactly what you want out of Dallas.
全体界のリストいいんだよ。結構クリムがシール出してるイメージだった
You spawned up like backside office, and he got I think it looked like he got a pretty good timing with one player from Mutineers that spawned A. Got a nice timing past him, just went straight to A, and there's the flip. That's all it took, because unfortunately what happened at the same time is all the Mutineers players died. So the flip comes through. Let's see how long they can hold on to this AB setup. You do have two players here from Mutineers. That should be a neutral and pretty quick. There is the change. So solid stuff to get the 2 cap, because with 60 seconds left, you just want to make sure you're in the hunt, but
せっかく A ハト取ったから、
It's kind of crazy to see after
残り1分でちょっと生かしたいね。
4 minutes of gameplay. Skies
これ A は踏まれて、でも C が踏めるから大丈夫。
Pharaoh is going off, and they might. Okay, so the C, you're going to flip. I said maybe they can pull off a 3 cap here and bring it back, but 27-point lead will get cut down to about 18. But even if that stands, that is great for Dallas. And yeah, 4 and 5. And I think for like the first 2-3 minutes, all Skies was doing.
これで AB 結構しっかり
He was literally playing from tire shop, just trying to lock things down. And that's fine. But the thing is like, yeah, you're trying to control it, but you're not going to be involved in a lot of your team's pushes. Like, you're controlling the middle of the map, but a lot of the pressure's inside of B, and he's just not there.
Absolutely. The final seconds will begin to tick off of this. We'll see what the lead will be. It's going to be right in the realm of 20 points. They'll actually chip away at that a bit more as the final tick will come through.
終盤2点決められたのちょっと痛かったけど、言うても振り側でこの点差かなりいいね。16点差。1分間の2点じゃ足りない。
They're going to need to get a strong start to the half if they're going to get it done. But considering where we were in the listen-in, the 3 cap there for Empire,
振り側でリードするのってかなり難しいからな。
It looked for a minute like Empire was going to run away with that game, but Mutineers keep it close. Close enough to strike.
まあでも全然早めにフリップしてしまえば全然フロリダもあるんで。エンパイアいつも見てて思うけど CB 取るのうまいよな。結構このマップあるあるは CB が取れなくて、そもそもなんか A のこうきっかけがつかめないみたいなの結構あるあるなんだけど、強いチームっていうのはなんかCB が取れる。CB が取れるチームは強いチームだ。
So close that, well, you're going to have to get all of their progress off.
Look at it clear, but
no, it's still neutral.
It's able to take down 2 shots there to follow him up. Then Hook will be the next man in. Got Skies pinned in a corner. Know where you're going to be able to go. They should be able to get B done. I think pushing up and trying to work that flank, I think was Frosty, but he's going to get dropped, so no sort of flip or pressure board day going to be happening for now. It's still neutral. No one has been able to get onto this. Barrel gonna bring the cap back to even. Now trying to get a dumb pistol in the secondary read. Shell comes in, just picking everything up off the floor. B nearly done finally. So there is the 2 cap trailing by 15.
これ2番クリム C 行くんかなこれ。
Well, Krim already thinking about maybe going over towards C and neutraling it, but he's just going to control middle of the map, takes care of Skies. Place their spawns next to him, and they have to be careful. Shotzi and Illy need to stay alive. That's going to be 4 dead, though, for Florida. It's going to be a pinch at the B flag. You have 1 player left. That was Havoc. Hook, though, takes him down, and they all stay alive. They all find their kills. If that goes bad there for Dallas, they probably get flipped out instead. They're able to find all the kills that they need and get B back.
We heard the Empire comp in the first half. Mutineers down 10, looking to close this out in 3-0.
でこの6番がちょっとね怖いね。あ、気づいてる。
Let's go to an Astro Gaming listen to him with the Florida Mutineers.
フロリダリシーです。
Not much middle. P3 there, flash my close there. Obviously, Shotzi. Obviously. No, he's fucking I got need. Double daddy, we're good. Try to get a trophy. You guys take our there. Side. One let's see. Every time you spawn. Top PC dead.
See one shot. C's absolute, guys. He's full capping. Nice.
No dead. Nice.
I'm flooding. Hit the door. Someone go top. Get my top out. Whoever just spawned.
No, we win with 1. We win with the 2. Yeah, to us.
Wait. Listen, they can flank bottom L. I'm trying to go back and forth.
Okay, try to pick up bottom L then.
I'm watching far left, green over you. Yes, CJ, you're good. Just worry about you.
Yeah, try to.
Listen, they're set up for the reback. Every close to you, Dre.
Scaff left side.
And top is
One bomb tools.
You back one door. Got one door. One more door.
L, one shot, top L. He's just playing his life. He's in the corner.
One door. You heard him.
Nice, that was him. That's 4.
P1, watch out.
One shot P1. One shot P1. I'm B still.
Play COE. One more door. He dead. I got one other door. One more door. Just one out. We green.
FCOE.
Watch his on the car.
In B. Dead. COE.
We heard at the beginning of that they could win it with 2. It got neutral for a moment at B, but now just chaos all over the place as they had pressure on A for a moment. But there will be the clear right back to the 2 cap.
ただこれは
What?
これはどうなの？取り切りない1点足りないね。
Point off? It might be exact. It might be exact.
ちょっと足りない。引き分けか？
So they hold this 2 cap. I'm
こ
pretty
のまま
sure
だ
it's
と
a
引き分け
tie.
なんで、お互い踏みに行かなきゃいけ
Yeah,
ない。
I mean, you can kind of see the way that Dallas is playing it. They do not want them to push through. Wait, here comes the push. Can they hold? We know we talk about these situations all the time. Cannot all go down at the same time. It is all down to Illy, but he's taken down. The players spawning up. You have the neutral at C. So much going back and forth.
9番と6番それぞれ一人一人
It's a big one-on-one. He's going to get taken down, but at A they're able to hold it, and I think with that they should be good.
Yeah, you just need
and
a neutral.
I believe they will be.
Yeah, you just need a neutral.
Yep.
I mean, as long as they got that before the cap at
これ
A,
は
which never did happen, they were going to be good to go. So the pressure towards A, I believe, results in the flip. Empire able to get C, and even if it's just for a moment, it's going to be enough. Empire
ちょっと怖かったね、エンパイア。
take the
今の。
domination. They fight back into this series. We guarantee ourselves now a map 4 where we head for that to be the Ramaza for the map 4 5-point game. A lot
こ
different
の
than
ビ
the
選
first
択
two map blowouts.
どうだろう
Great
ね。
stuff from Empire. And they clutched
ど
up,
っ
but
ちでもいいかな
that's tough because
正直。
we know it's AB preferred, and they had to what? They had to hold CB for 2 minutes, and you just assume at some point a neutral is going to come in, and
どっちでもいいかな。
Yeah, well, what you're just hoping for,
一個
right,
でいい
is
と思うけど
basically
な、
what
正
we
直。
saw kind of break down. You're hoping that Krim OEs to C.
ただ C 側の
And
羽
then
が
what
出てき
that
てから。
does is that weakens the defense.
両チームね、
middle of the map and A
CB
side.
取るのうまかったね。お互い CB
what
結
you're
構固まっ
trying
て
to
た
do
か
is
ら。
push through A
この
towards
結
or
果か
push
な。
through towards A. and kill Crim off a C.
Toいうことで、
or
こ
let
れ
him,
で
you know, maybe spawn his teammates there and flip it. Then you can work 2 in the neutral. But what? You had Crim who was able to get C, and then basically after that, they were able to spawn up right back towards A and get Florida off that A flag. So it was just a nice teamwork out of Dallas towards the end.
They'll be able to get it done. Extend this series. We're looking at the stats, but I do want to check out the PlayStation damage leaderboard from map 1. We'll check out who was really putting in work through that first hard point, kind of set us up to see if they're going to continue that through our map 4. But it's Shotzi that led the way. But then look at the rest of it. Shotzi, then I'm actually kind of surprised to see that, considering how lopsided it was. The fact that he was first and the rest are Mutineers.
Yeah, just maybe putting a lot of damage in, just hitting his shots, because it didn't feel like anybody was really having a good map number 1. But after that, we just talked about the dominance from Florida, and I think that shows you it. Frosty, Pharaoh right behind him. A great game 1, a hard point, but now Dallas able to stay alive, and can they bring it all the way through?
We've had many reverse sweeps this year. We'll see if Empire can
Dallas
add
only
another
had one, right?
Yeah, I mean, many like over the course of the year, but for them, yeah, not a lot. I mean, that's just usually when you're one of the top teams, you don't have to rely on that very much, because you're not usually going in 0-2 holes that often. But FaZe, FaZe has had to do it a lot though. Like they had so many.
Even over like recent years, like it feels like some of the best teams sometimes do go in that hole, and it's like, all right, if you don't win map 3, like that's know what's about to happen. You know, like, so I'm actually a little bit surprised. And on the Florida side, they've only been reverse swept 1 time. It just happened to be last weekend, first London. Yeah. So, you know, that's may just be in the back of their mind.
That's true. Well, that's a tough one. That's the tough one, because that was the one that the Mutineers tweeted out about it, and it ended up happening. That was difficult. But we do have the rewards program live. You can win rewards while you're watching the matches. You can go to CallOfDutyLeague.com. Watch throughout the course of this weekend. We've got action today, tomorrow, and Sunday to close out our final home series event. But there's calling cards and stickers that you can earn, plus XP as well. So some awesome stuff for fans out there. That combined with, you know, the in-game stuff that you can grab in the store for the teams. It's been really awesome. And that was one of the things I was excited about with franchising, because I just imagine there's going to be more and more of that. And that, I think that just bodes really well for the future of what we're going to be able to do as far as kind of tying the esports side of this to the regular game and getting all those skins, signatures, blueprints, everything out there. Excited to see how far that goes.
I am too. Hopefully we get some Maven stickers in there.
I need it.
You know?
I need it.
Maybe that'll be the last reward. It's just your bald head on a gun.
I need it. I want it so bad. I want it so bad. I want to get, like, you know how they had the reactive camos in Blackout?
Yeah.
I want to have one where it's like Miles' beard, it just grows as you get more kills and just continues getting longer and longer until he looks like Gandalf.
So you want, but how would that work? I don't know. That sounds ridiculous.
I don't
but
know.
okay.
I'm not a technological genius, Joe. I'm just a creative mastermind. That's all I've got.
Okay. All right. Sounds good.
Well, into the map 4 we go. Empire trying to even us up at 2-2. Clayster's POV to start, and there are bullets just pounding him through the wall there, but he's able to get away with his life for now. Awakening and Frosty get the opening onto the bridge side of the map. 4 players stacked here kind of at top rugs. Everyone peeking from Empire is just getting incinerated. Sky's able to take down 2, but now Hook is opted to push forward. Almost takes down both, but Skies goes on a bit of a tear. Yep, sure was.
That trophy. I think he was 1 damage. Yeah, so that he was very weak, because that trophy just sent his body swinging. But taking a look at the records for this map, 8-5 for Florida. They are 5-1 in the last 6 games. For the Dallas side, 5-4. And this was in the series last time around. They just didn't get to it, right? With Dallas 3-0ing them. So both teams probably prep for each other on this map.
Well, 10 seconds left. Take a look at the bottom left side of the minimap. The spawns are in there for Empire. But at least you get what? It's going to be about 30 to 6 point advantage for Mutineers. You'll take that out of the first point. Now, can they get the break in? It'll be Illy playing from the van in the back, looking for the angles. Nage just soaring at him over the top, trying to play his life. He's got teammates' help on the cross, but now in come the Mutineers. They start to soar in, trade for trade thus far. Every kill answered by the opposition, but it's 5 in a row for Frosty that I thought might be the difference for a moment. Sky's just trying to play his life so his teammates get here to help, but number 2 and 4, which is Crim and Illy, we're doing a good job holding from inside.
I think because of Frosty had the 2 kills, you had the number advantage, but Awakening was flanking through the middle of the map, and he did spawn Dallas a little bit deeper, which maybe staggers the push for Dallas, but you still have Shotzi alive, and well, that's going to be it. And you know, you earn some time for Dallas, you keep the game close, but the final 20 going to go for Florida. Now we're going to rotate over to Barbershop as Awakening, trying to work his way across the middle of the map over towards that bridge side.
足の小指ぶつけたんだけど、めっちゃいないんだよ。始まった。スライディング飛び出すとき覗き込み早いですスライディングはいいですか？シチュエーションによります。まあそもそもスライディングを何のために使うのかっていうので結構変わります。うわっ
！Another 2 in a row for Awakening as he has been the melt machine so far this year. 5 in a row before he drops. But despite all of that from Awakening, all the time still to Empire. They've done a magical job of holding.
頭出しに対してスライディングしていく。今こうフロスティいるじゃん。ここちょっと低い頭出しだからなんだけど、頭出しオブジェクトで有利に打ち合うときは、ADS を先に入れて早く覗き込む。逆に、例えばこのマップだったらカフェとかをクリアリングするとき、移動時にスライディングを行うときは長く ADS もしないっていうのが基本的にそうかな。打ち合いを頭出しに対してスライディングして相手と有利に打ち合うっていうシチュエーションは ADS を入力する基本的には。で、こうクリアリングとかは正直に伸ばすこんな感じね。そもそも ADS は入力しない。で今もそうだよね。スライディングしてから覗いてる。
Trying to finish it, and there he's able to do it. Illy gets the kill, Empire get in, and that's one of those game-defining breaks. Beautiful from Empire.
まあでも基本的にこのゲーム敵の位置が分かってジャンプできる場所だったらジャンプした方が強いから。そう基本的には敵の位置がそもそもそうスライディングの使いどころが敵の位置が分かんなくてクリアリングするときこういう時これ今の分かりやすいねは ADS を入れない基本的には。基本は ADS なしでいいと思う。それメリットがないからね、あんまり。位置分かってたらジャンプで飛び出せばいいからね。だから敵の位置分かってるけども、ジャンプできないよって場所あるから、そういう時に使うから。まあでも、基本そういうの緊急時だから腰打ちからなるんだけどね。っていうのは腰打ちから入るのが結構強いから、移動も速くなるし。そんなにいらないかな、正直。ただ速いだけで強くはない。
That's the perfect world, right? Be in the hard point, don't have to shoot your gun. Just soak up the time. I'm on vacation. You guys get the work done.
I saw Arcides with a screenshot. He had like 3 minutes. 3 minutes in the hill during a scrim. My man was hanging out.
逆転されてるやん。
Was the one a couple years ago that every was it Chino?
賞初出る1年だんだんだん。サムさん本来は警備減っていうのもどうだろうね。まだ得意マップ結構ね、フロリダが得意マップだからね。フロリダオプティック、ニューヨーク、ハンツマンかな。結構ぴったり高いチームはその4チームな気がします。まあ、あとトロントウルトラもピックしているかな。警備ピックするチームってあんまりいなくて、まあ、シアトルとか警備ピックしてるイメージあるね。ぐらいか。
This has been great back-to-back hard points now for Mutineers. They start to build their lead.
This is great time because worst case scenario for them is they lose majority of this time. They don't have electronic shop rotations, and now with these 3 kills, they may have a chance.
海外勢とか、まあ人によっても結構なスライディングの癖みたいな。全く ADS ボタンを押さない人もいるし、人によって癖はあるんだけど、海外勢見ながらスライディングどういうところで入れてるのかっていうのを見ると。どういうところでどういうスライディング使ってるか見るといいと思います。まあ多分考えてやってるっていうよりかはもうなんか癖になってる本能的に分かってるみたいなそういう感じだと思うんですけど。
Out towards that map, Shoxy tucked away in a corner, takes down 2 before he falls. Nice double.
まあスライディングの利点っていうのは動きが速くてこの相手に対して早く移動して強い打ち合いをするっていうのはまあ狙いだから短すぎるとスライディングの意味なくなっちゃうから早く ADS するってことはそれだけスライディングが短くなるってことはあんまり移動しない相手に対して有利に動くっていう
Well, you saw Awakening got 5 kills, but it didn't matter. Can maybe Krim and company do a little bit better from this side as the pinch starts to develop?
それで言うとシアトルはもう何やっても負けるから。
But he's holding this position, which will allow his teammates to push down on the other side though too. And Shotzi, both on a little spree right here. Shotzi on 4 in a row with Ruins control. They can get a push out of here, but it's Awakening. He's doing it from the other end this time around at Barbershop. Able to find 2 kills, slowing down the push. But here we go. They're trying to break through for those spawns. Can they get around? There's only 1 player left. It's Illy. Can Illy make the play? He's able to take down 1, but the number's too strong for Florida.
Yeah, 2 still spawn safe. You thought maybe the pressure was there, but they get the safe spawn, and Mutineers continue to hold. Close to eclipsing that 200-point mark if they can lock it down.
なんだか最速 ADS が必要なシチュエーションってほぼないんだよね。
But Empire continue to push on through. They're fighting for this scrap time and they're rotating out.
本当になんか頭打ちで打ち合うぜみたいな。
This is fantastic.
あと狭い場所。
Test and earn a lot of this time. You still keep them spawning deep and look at the
狭くて
map
か
how
つ
far back Mutineers
距離が長いと。
as Empire looks
そ
to
ういう
get
シ
set
チュ
up
エー
towards
ション。
construction.
These next set of kills are so big though. Can they slow down this push? Clay holding bridge. Shotzi, he comes up off a spawn. And while Clay knows there's probably one that snuck through, and it's Havoc. Havoc's gonna have a big one-on-one, but Hook was ready for it. You know, we talked about the construction hold that Florida could have had, but they threw it away. ので、ここからは余裕を持ってどうともできるっていうね。結構エンパイア的には5ポのフリリスとはいえちょっと有利に動けるのかなっていう気がするね。もう結構あるあるなのかね。こうやってて思うのは自分らが有利に進めるシチュエーションでも自分たち的には不利に感じることって結構あるんだよね。だけど、フリップしたね。うわ、うまいわ。 You have Placer, well the spawns are there, so I guess the answer is yes, but they've done it perfectly. They held the scrap time, Illy was doing his job. On the other side of the map, the rest of his teammates were able to find those kills, and now they have the ruin set up.
I mean, that's 2 hard points in a row. They're basically perfect in transition through scrap time. But Mutineers are here. They're all flying in for the kills with the kill feed. Frosty, Pharaoh, Awakening, Dallas is falling apart around the point. The clear might be there for Mutineers. 45 points needed for them. They cannot win it here.
これもまた取り切れないからエンパイアはあとワンブレイクショッティサイズが強いんでイリーのブレさえなければって感じだな。
They can't win here. You can win, you know, on the next bridge if you just keep contesting, but they're going for it.
ただ残り10秒。これはあと正面を押さえたら勝ちだね。
He read the pinch so well. Krim with 4. I can't even see him. He's just pre-firing everybody right now. Krim continues with the M4.
Krim is lining them up. They can still win it here, but he runs out of ammo.
なくならずと。ただこれね3方向にトラップできるんですよ。あとはトラップして4点乗るだけで終わりなんで勝ちなんですね。これで 2-2。3-0の日ではないみたいですね。MP5 マズルブレーキつけてる人もいますね。つけてない人もいます。マズルブレーキつけるパターンでも、コマンドにマズルブレーキつける人もいれば、オペレーターにマズルブレーキつける人もいれば、レンジャーにマズルブレーキつける人もいます。ちなみにマズルブレーキつける人だともう1種類、ステッピングを外してマズルブレーキつける人と、スライハンド外してマズルブレーキつける人の2種類いるんで、結構なんかいろんなカスタムの幅がありますね。
The human turret was going off.
So yeah, I do remember that. Yeah,
that was versus you?
Yeah. Yeah, we got smoked.
Oh, that's not bad, Joey. Though he literally killed like you guys twice in a row, the whole team.
Yeah, no, I know, I remember.
Oh, that's tough, Joe. That is tough.
That is what it is. Guy's a beast. Goat, it's the goat. What can you do? Oh well.
Joe, do you know how to make a goat noise?
I don't want to try. You want to try? Go for it.
I'm good.
これで
That was horrible, but we are now tied at 2-2. Empire getting it done. They make the plays down the stretch. A massive, massive Game 5 coming up next. Don't go anywhere. I don't know what goats sound like, man.
なんかね、プリーストやるもんってもあんま強そうじゃなかったな。構成。まあ2-3構成が強いかな。多分。俺ゲーム環境ってなんかみんなが思ってるより AR 環境じゃないと思ってるんだよね、正直。なんかね、多分感覚がおかしくなってるんだよね。ここ直近の2作品のせいで、プレイヤー全体の。そんな気がして、例えばだけど、マドックスが近距離、中距離最強だったり、MP5 もそうだよね。近中最強で円もいけるみたいなさ、よくわかんねえなんか最強装備になってたじゃん。だからなんか弱体して AR 環境だみたいな感じで感じてるかもしれないけど、なんかキルタイム実際見てみると MP5 は強いんだよな、普通に。で MP5 の有利レンジって結構多くて、ゲームスピード上げるためにはやっぱり SMG って必須なんだよね。でこの先中間色というか中間武器がないから、そう MP5 が結局3枚か、M4 が3枚かっていうのの2択になるわけじゃん。だけどこうまあ正直ね、ゲームスピード上げるってなって SMG が強い、なんだかんでそうだからケーブは理解できるけど、他のマップで AR が3枚とか3枚いていいマップあるかな。そうね、なんかシチュエーションごとにあれだけど、微妙だな、結局。こう、有利シチュエーションもあるっちゃあるんだけど、AR 多いと。AR3 枚が強いシチュエーションって結構あるんだけど、ただ SMG が3枚欲しいシチュエーションの方が俺的には多いかなっていう体感思うね。幅が狭い気がする。レンジ自体も割と落ちてはいるし、ブレもちょっと増えてはいるんだけど、そもそもブレが少なすぎ？この程度のブレだったら全然、ね、リコイル制御できると思うし、海外勢ぐらいだったら。もう実際できてるしね。じゃあリコイル制御さえできればそんなに大した弱体化じゃないからね。ピークに関してはね、あんなもんエアリーがいらねえもん。正直。4-1 でいいぐらいだよ。3-2 かな。T ちゃんさんございます。皆さん負けてるとき、クリムなんかやってたの？俺ちょっと見てなかったかわかんないです、最初の方。B4 は SMG2、AR2 の ICR1 だったの。そうそう。拓也さんおはようございます。ワラツに関しては、PPSH かなり強かったけど、バーっていう武器も壊れてたし、普通に STG も強かったから、バランスは結構保ててた。そうね。現状なんか、M4 が STG 的な立ち位置だよね。だから STG と PPSH みたいな感じだと思う。今の MP5 が多分 PPSH ぐらいの強さな気がするね、体感だと。今まで MP5 は本当にマドックスを近距離強くしたみたいな感じの性能になってるから、相当やばい。なんでナーフ入んなかったのかわかんないけど、これもなんか運営が沼っていうだけの話になるから、なんとも言えないんだが、そう。そのレベルでバグ武器だったから、だから4枚も採用されてた普通に考えておかしいからね。4枚 SMG 採用ってどんなゲームだよ。 話だからね。うん。ゴーストですかみたいな。だから、武器バランスが今まで壊れてたけど、まあ、正常になったからこそ SMG3 枚の環境だと俺は思うな。まあ、正常なのか分かんないけどね。未だにめちゃめちゃ強いと思うけどね。まあ、基本的になんか、そうね。SMG は SMG レンジ以外は弱くないといけないからな。正直。じゃないともう、バランスが崩壊するからな。まあ現状の MP5 か、もうちょい弱いかぐらいで、全然いいぐらい。まあ今のでもいいんじゃねって感じではあるけど。まあでもまだ強いかな。ちょっと飲み物だけ取ってきます。よいしょっと。加藤作さんおはようございます。今日のあなたも覚えてください。はい、頑張りますよ。ベクターが一面 SMG らしい。まあ言ったら、まあ言いたいことは分からんでもないけど、あれは弾少なすぎな。
Yeah, see, I was gonna do what you did, but I thought that was a sheep, so I was like, I'm not gonna do that.
I actually, until just now, thought Ghost and Sheep are the same
AUG は AR だもん。
Round one now of the game 5.
だからお互いなんかこのマップほぼほぼプレイしてないよ。2勝1敗と0勝1敗だったもん。
Able to win the close range gunfight. 3 versus 3 now. 50 seconds to go. Frosty will slide cancel out. He wins it. There's still a presence here from Empire. Ooh, Illy almost had the timing, but over the cross, it's going to be Krim. Able to take him down. Now down to a 2 versus 2. Pharaoh just can't quite hit the shot.
Yeah, he always at times
just MP5 しか見たことない。使ってもいいけど弱いんで使わないですね。
With the big flank play.
このゲームはキルタイム格差があるんで。
He's gonna back on up now as he was able to trade that kill. There's Pharaoh. He's a lot of times he's in off angles. He's a very aggressive sniper playstyle that we typically don't see that often. Krim now gonna have to plant this bomb. 5 seconds to plant. He saw Awakening, and there is the split. Well, he's not gonna get this down. Pharaoh's gonna find him. That's gonna be a great round.
1v2 でつけないのちょっとね。
In the round 1, the
なんでさ、このゲームはキルタイムの格差がかなりあるんで、もう本当に弱い武器と強い武器っていうのがはっきりしちゃってる。現環境 MP5 と M4 以外に使う価値のある武器がほぼないかな。
Game 2 wasn't close, Joe. But then again, neither
ガリルぐらい。ガリルちょっと強かったよな。言うても。
I had no idea how this is going to go down.
まあ、あと MP7 は全然戦える。あとまあ何もなんかそのあれだね。FG もまあまあまあまあ。他はマジで未来なし。
Explosions.
Yeah, he's gonna lay down.
Like, yeah, I'm good.
Like, I didn't like that. I'm not gonna go any further. I'm okay.
I didn't need to be invited to this particular Michael Bay film. I'm good. I'm just gonna.
Yeah, I'm good. This is my box now, and it's a bit of an off angle. Frosty not gonna be ready for it. Not gonna hook, stay alive. Maybe find a second. Yeah, you're in that position. Usually it's one and done. You're just trying to get one. If you can find two, I mean that's just a fantastic play. Pharaoh in the middle of the map watching the cross, and he's going to give that intel to his teammates.
Inside the
フロリダはボムを設置しなきゃいけない。おお、クレーンにいて。
Nice read to bring it to a 3 versus 3. Mutineers have got to get this bomb down. Not a ton of time to work with. Havoc trying to get from the window, not able to do it. Now going to be a 1v3 for Skies. 15 seconds to go. And he will drop Empire answer back.
KSF の生まれたよさんおはようございます。
To 1-1.
ペトロサーチ同じことくらいそんなことないと思う。ちゃんと見てみてた全然。
And well, I mean, the numbers were.
いいラウンド違うことですよ。
I mean, Pharaoh was in the middle of the map with the sniper. He wasn't able to find anything.
同じこと繰り返すと。
I think Florida thought they were still too up top.
たまたまなんかそれに対して強い作戦持ってる方が勝っちゃうから同じことは繰り返せないのこのマップタイミングずらして振り方変える入る方向変えるっていうのをしないと絶対勝てないこのマップは。ただ相手がずっと同じことやってきたら、勝てたりする。こっちの同じことが相手に対して強い動きだったらだけどね。そうだから毎回動きを変える。まあ、当たり前の話だけど、どこのサーチもそうだけど、特にペトロサーチはできることが少ないから結構、もうね、なるべくなんかそのタイミングだったりで、バリエーションを増やしていくしか方法がないよね。同じように A の中を取りに行ってるようでも、結構ね、ワンテンポずらしたり、人数配分変えたりして。あと結構センター周りの動きもね。
And what a difference like these first 3 rounds have been than what we normally see on Petro. I mean, usually you see some A hits.
B 攻めっていう B 攻めが結構難しいから、一応センター取って考えるみたいな感じになっちゃう。だから即 B が存在しないほど、存在しないことはないんだけど、ほぼほぼ存在しないっていう点がちょっとずっと A を攻めてるような感じになっちゃうのがちょっとね。
Besides that, it's
been
who could stay alive in apartments.
普通のマップだったら A 則 B 則まあなんか A2 枚とか A2 枚 B3 枚で B 攻めとかさあとはセンター取ってからどっちかに振るとかなんかいろいろできるんだけど、まあ、このマップって A に入るかセンター取ってから A に行くかセンター取ってから B に行くかの3択なんだ、まあ、だから大まかに言うと同じことやってることが多く見えるのはそれだと思うけど
The build has stopped before it starts. Mutineers getting dropped. Sky's now in a 1v5.
Hey, Clint, I bet you 5 gifted that we don't go fast day next offensive round for Florida. 5 gifted.
That they don't next time?
Yeah.
Ooh. I'm thinking they're going to have a trophy this time, and they're going right back to it. Deal, Joe.
5 gifted on the line. Yeah, we're taking that deal. Chat, you guys are witnesses. Next offensive round.
Maybe because I don't
even want to see the other side of the map. I'm having fun. Screw it.
What is going on?
It's
like the first month wager matches.
Yeah,
100%.
Let's go. Get right back in. No, go left. Well, this is the other side of San Pedro as we now head out to the lovely river called Hydra. Awakening with the first blood onto Hook.
こいつはね、このラウンドこいつを処理できなくて負けるに。でも、ショッピーよ。ラウンド。
I mean, it's fine, but you have nobody else over here. I mean, you have one player. This is all on Clay. Clay's going to try to delay this. He's going to try to do the best he can, but good luck. Crib's going to find one middle of the map. Maybe try to rotate to his teammates. There's a smoke on the bomb.
Oh, no.
What can Clay do? Okay, he get a kill and
Crib
gets another one.
Not gonna matter.
Not gonna matter.
Okay.
Oh, and that's why you were very surprised they were gonna just go straight for the plant. There wasn't enough support there. And, well, smoke and hop right on it. Mutineers.
このマップとかじゃないよ。クリームの SR は当たってないから。
I mean, I guess what you're hoping is that the player sniping the cross in the player middle of the map can find a few kills, which they were able to do. It was just too late. I mean, Clay basically knows they're hunting him down. He has to try to play his life, and at any moment, if he peaks, he could go down. Tries to make the play, but this is the round we've been waiting for, Clint. Which way are they going to go?
No, turn! It means you owe me 5 gifted, right?
No, it does not! That is bogus!
I forgot how the combo went down. I think I was pretty confident they were going to go B, Joe.
Nah. That's why I said chat. You are my witnesses. You are my witness. I mean, they could still go ahead if you rotate. It's not done yet.
SR でファーストブラ取ってそこからなだれ込むとかそういうような形にも見える。で、なだれ込んでる間にシフトを狩る要員が何人かいるよみたいな感じの作戦なのかな、わかんないけど、今この配置見ただけじゃそうし何したいのかわかんない。まあ、削り割ってんのだけは分かった。まあ、多分でもそういうようなあれだと思う。で、なかなか決定できないから、まあこれだったら変えよう。
Trying to finesse. Illy was trying to aggressive middle of the map. Shotzi though, that is a nice nade. That is a nice pre-fire. Well, it's all on Hook. We'll see what he can do.
Well, he gets a kill and gets away for now. But the pinch is about to come in. You've got two players mid-street that are about to collapse. It's Awakening coming in. Havoc some damage top. Able to win the gunfight. So what was back-to-back for Empire answered by back-to-back. 4 Mutineers tied up 3-3. 5 kills in a row for Awakening. As we'll check out Havoc's nice shots in a window one more time.
And that's why we usually see like slower offensive rounds, because you have to be so split defensively, you know, 30, 40 seconds into the round. Florida, they just wrap back and they use their tacticals and their nades to find Shotzi. I mean, that's it. You kind of have an idea of where he's going to be, and they're able to get that first blood.
Right back to it. Go Empire. Clay trying to work Riverside. He might have a free pick. Skies had the read, but not able to win. A nice gunfight win for Clay in the midst of the chaos. But he gets traded out. They just snap and slide and moving as he's able to drop 2. King Awakening. The last one left, but he is going to fall as he can't make it interesting. Empire back in front.
They just go right back to it. Dude, Illy Hook and Shotzi, right? Just in that area with the amount of boxes there, the ability to finesse the way they can, the slide cancels in. That would be terrifying to deal with, and they're showing you why.
I put my controller down. I wouldn't play. I'd just forfeit.
Yeah, I mean, that works.
Yeah.
さてちょっとリードしてますエンパイア。イリね、サラあんまり効いてないんだけど、他プレイヤーがね、しっかり抑えてるんで。
Looks to be right back 2A. No sniper holding mid this time though, and Hook has played it aggressive. He got a lot of information. I think he spotted at least 2. He gets tucked away. The car exploded. He's able to stay alive. The smoke is still up, and now he wants to go right back to it. Shotzi and him both gonna push.
特に防衛とかは AR でも全然戦えるからね。
We're still here. There's a trophy in case you were curious.
逆に当たってる時はどんどん切り下げたい。めっちゃ壁抜かれてるんじゃん。
So look at this, dude. Shotzi back and forth. But then it's like Hook. It's like, how do you deal with this?
Well, you don't. As Sky's head comes off, Awakening's head pops off. Frosty drops as well. Hook makes the play again, and Illy finishes the round. Empire 1 round away from pulling off the reverse sweep.
It's like just 2 kids at a playground, just sliding around, climbing the monkey bars, just doing all these crazy things. You want to go try and mess with them.
Yeah, I did that a lot as a kid. I cracked my chin open 7 times. I've got a bunch of scars.
エンパイア頑張れ。こっから負けるの怖いから。だってシューク強いね。
My movement.
Well, it explains a lot.
Yeah, my movement not as good. But this could be the final round. Hook is on 10. He's had huge multi-kills in the last 2 rounds. All of the defense from Mutineers into A. And everybody moving up mid from it. Did he find a timing? No, he's outside. Oh, it's a knife from Skies. Hook is going to drop.
強い SMG 2人、強い AR 2人、何でも屋さん1人だからさ、もうめちゃめちゃバランスいいんだよね。しかもなんか環境が変わった時に適応できるっていうこの形がいいよね。
Awakening is inside. Awakening is going to beat down Shotzi. He's got the MP5 now, just trying to play his life. He's going to have some help.
Who needs guns?
All the way towards the back.
When you have fists and knives.
True. Well, it's more like
that.
Right?
That's true, Joe. That's true.
If you didn't know in the gulag, right? It's more damage with the weapon.
Yeah. Clayster last up. Clayster will
IR3 でも
Mutineers live to see
SMG3 で
another
も
round. Can they get us to a round
うまく
11?
やっ
What
ぱ
looked
なんか
like this series at first looked like it was
意味が
going to be
ね
horrendous. We thought it was going to be a 30-minute
いい位置にいるよ本
3-0.
当に何でもい
But
けるから
suddenly it's turned into one of the more entertaining series of the year. Can they just give us the
すごいバランスのいい
all-important
チーム
and wonderful round 11? Mutineers got to win one more. To offense they go.
And it's just what do they want to do offensively? Their last two have been shut down. See what they muster up. Awakening again, having another bit. What he was 14-2. He's 25-7 through 2 S&D maps.
That's pretty good.
Oh, it's incredible.
Well, to Awakening's POV we go as he's a slippery snake.
広がってどうする
We'll get off of that POV. Over to Clayster in the opposite side building second story. Trying to spot what information he can find. You can see how patient is from Mutineers. Everything on the line in this round.
いい判断
As these two teams are vying
ここ
to
で
get the
SR や
highest
めれ
seed
る
that
プレイ
they
ヤー
can.
はいいプレイヤーや
Illy played from this spot earlier in the game. Saw him on the cross. Farrell almost able to take one, not able to do it, but Awakening does get the challenge. Clayster's going to get caught in the opposite window. Another first blood for Awakening.
It's on Illy. What can Illy do? It's on Illy.
いる
Oh,
I would
Awakening.
love to have two.
Awakening got the angle, and he was able to take him down, but Farrell's going to drop
Pretty
at the
mean
same time. Awakening's going huge. That's now
Awakening
3 in the round for
3枚目
Awakening. Almost 4 in the round for Awakening. Hook wins a big one. Going to be 2 versus 2. 20 seconds to go. They got to work this plant. It's all going to be on Hook to make the play on defense.
He's going to see the cross. He's going to see the cross too. Krim called it. He
クリムいい
sees
ね
both of them.
これ絶対
Now
コール入
can
った
Hook stay alive?
They just have to get this bomb plan in. Bomb going down now. Awakening's gonna fall.
いやークリムおじちゃん強いいい動きするねおーちゃうやつやんそれ画像間違ってるコープ逆転していくエンパイア3人いいですね
I did say 3-2 Dallas. You said 3-1 Dallas. I won.
やるわ
Wait, didn't I say 3-2? I'm looking at the text.
No, you said 3-1.
I'm looking at the group now.
I did. I'm looking at him right now. That's why I checked it. Let's go.
Oh, man. Well, Joe, I owe you 10 now, okay, buddy? But that was that was a fun one. That turned into a much better series than we first thought it was going to be. Empire
was a blast, yeah.
show some real resilience as they're able to fight back in that. Start slow, finish strong, and that's all that's going to matter. Empire will move in the winner's side of their group. Mutineers once again in position. They're going to be a little bit of a tougher spot and have to fight in to try and earn these ever so valuable
次がシアトル
CDL
ハン
points
ズ
to
マン
move up
で
as far
そ
as
の
they
次オ
can
プ
in
テ
the
ィックウル
standings.
トラ
But
か
you get what 14-2 and then 14-6 from Awakening in the searches. Just not quite enough. It's Krim and Hook that go big. Hook and Krim both have 11 kills. Crazy stuff. But we are going to take a look at our scuff play of the game. It's going to be the final moments of that round as all chaos ensues in the final 30 seconds. But I think you nailed it. Krim being able to spot the cross, the difference.
Yeah, I mean, he just reads it, and of course we talk a lot about Petra when you play so offensively. What's the big problem? You have to get the plan in. And I think Hoot does a good enough job. Shotzi for a little bit did enough good job just staying alive, and Krim calls this. He spots this rotation, and that's everything he needs. If they go towards B, he may not be in a position to stop the bomb plant go down, and then you have Hoot going all the way across. But he finds the first gunfight. He finds the second one through the smoke, and there you have it. So we're gonna have FaZe versus Empire tomorrow. And then like for Mutineers, it's not like maybe you get a team maybe to bounce back from. You have a very tough opponent in the Rocker tomorrow and losers round 1.
Yeah, and then you're gonna have to play FaZe or Empire. Yeah, no, this is so tough. Like this is probably one of the few events in one of the few groups where like losing the first match is this hard. Like usually if you're a top team, like you have sort of a, I don't want to say a freebie, but you know what I mean. Like a matchup where you are favored in pretty heavily. You might have
get the momentum going, right? Yeah.
You might have 2 matches you're favored in heavily to get out. That is not going to be the case here, as that Group B is just absolute insanity. But we start with a 3-0. We followed up with a Game 5 nail biter. I hope the final 2 matches of the night are going to bring us some more crazy moments as well. But man, that was fun. Now, I do want to take a look at our MVP recon presented by Astro Gaming. Remember, each day over the course of this weekend, we're going to be showing off another player. Let's take a look at some of the finalists that we've had so far. Actually, I think we're going right into revealing it. I think we're going to reveal our next finalist. It's actually going to be Okay, we are showing the finalists first. I apologize. We're going to check them out first. So it's Shotzi and Celium that have gotten in. So those are the first two that we've shown. We did those last weekend. Both have obviously been beasts for their squads.
Yeah, that graphic is sick.
Yeah, kind of figured they were going to be a lock with how they've been playing so far, Joe.
Yeah, and as you said, we're going to reveal another one today, tomorrow. Should be I don't know who's gonna win it, but coming up next, our next finalist, we just saw him play for the Florida Mutineers. He's been an absolute beast as a main assault rifle player. It's gonna be Scott.
He's been one of the most consistent players all year long. Let's take a look at some of his best moments.
どうなんだろうな。
Skies was very, very good. You saw it nearly instantly.
ちょっと今日ここまで終わろうかな。また寝そう。睡眠が足りてないわ。大会終わってから、あれだったし、どうしよっかな。明日の2時も絶対無理やな。明日の2時は100無理。うん。明日は、あれかな。ノックアウトマッチだけ見ようかな。で、Day3 だけしっかり買ってみるか。ちょっと、寝るわ。ちょっと、あれだわ。結構もう、俺的にも、ちょっと見たい強豪チーム2つも見れたし、エンパイア逆転してくれたし、今日は寝ます。明日はノックアウトマッチの2試合目は多分2試合と見れるけど、ちょっと、それ以外はわかんねえや。2時からはさすがに無理だ。多分0時ぐらいに終わるから、大会が。0時んだよね。そっから布団入って1時2時ぐらい寝て、3時間起きて5時ぐらいか。ゴリ押しで起きて5時ぐらいになるから、でもそれだとやっぱりなんかな、ちょっと、眠いんだよな。ということで、ちょっと今日は終わります。明日はね、また、あれするんで。明日もやるけど、最初からちょっと無理だわ。ので、あとね、あなたはね、夜中配信するんで、ぜひぜひ来てください。皆さんお疲れ様でした。ちょっと。もちろんね、次のチャンピオンシップ、プレイオフも配信するんでね。はい、そんな感じでございます。プレイオフは1ヶ月後ぐらいなんだけどね。ということで、配信終わります。はい、しゅんさんお疲れ様でした。くるくぼさんもお疲れ様です。ベーコンエックさんお疲れ様でした。ブンさんもお疲れ様でした。配信終わります。来てくれた方ありがとうございました。お疲れ様です。バイバイ。